Hello, everybody. Welcome to We Get to Play. And this week we're going to check out Monster of the Week. I am joined by Bryan, John, and Morgan. Why don't we go around and introduce ourselves? Not your characters yet. We'll do that while we're setting up. But let's start with Bryan this week.
Everybody, I'm Bryan. I'm playing John, the expert. I'm playing my John, not this John.
Right.
Who is also an expert.
And Bryan, where can people find you on the interwebs in case they want to stalk you and stuff?
You can find me at 129. No, I'm just kidding. At Gilwin Live on Twitter.
Whitehouse.com or whatever that is.
Woo!
Oh, wrong button. John, why don't you go next?
I am John. I'll be being played by Bryan. I'm a nerd.
I don't have a hat. I don't have a hat.
Yeah.
Damn it.
You got the bald head and the beard right though, so like I really do appreciate your commitment to character.
I'll just do some random pants.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
Perfect.
All right, and Morgan.
Hello, I am Morgan. I am playing Ella. They are a character. I believe I chose the monstrous.
Nice.
I'm very prepared today. And
Me too.
You can find me anywhere online at Lizard Librarian. Sometimes there's an underscore, sometimes there isn't. Please don't follow me on like Steam. I don't need you to see what I'm watching or playing, rather. It's a privacy issue.
Now that you said that, all 0 of the people watching right now are going to head right over and follow
What do you mean?
on Steam.
What do you mean 0? There's at least 2 of us.
My counter says 3.
I mean,
That's
how
fair.
many of those are us and our throwaway accounts? Who knows?
Right.
Who knows?
Well, so today we're going to do Monster of the Week, which is published by Evil Hat Games. This is my first experience with Monster of the Week and the Apocalypse engine that runs it. So this is going to, at least the previous games, I had some concepts of like where things were going, ideas. I'd played similar things. I have no idea. So this is going to be amazing. That's what we're going to do. So what's interesting is when you first start playing, you have to do some character setup. Like there's stuff that you all could have done. I think most of you did as far as creating your characters. Like you selected your playbooks, which are kind of like classes or backgrounds. If you play D&D. There's like some stuff that you just like go through and you choose your options and all that. But then there's this history part where you're going to go around and you're going to connect your hunter to someone else's hunter, which I think is fantastic. It gives you a direct reason why you're hanging out together and hunting monsters and such. So why don't let's go the other direction. We'll start with Morgan. And Morgan has played this game, so she's totally going to carry us through this game.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to hear me play those Monster of the Week games, you can check out a podcast on Spotify and a couple of other places. It's called $2 Creature Feature. We just finished our first season, and they're going to be starting up the second season here shortly with a new cast member. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Do you have a link for that?
Probably.
Later on, throw it in the chat,
yeah,
and I'll make sure it's in the show notes when this goes on YouTube.
For sure, I will definitely do that. So, let us see here. Go around the group and pick one of these options.
So let's start with introduce your character. Let's do an introduction. Say what playbook you're playing and describe yourself, and then we'll go with the pick your history stuff.
Yeah. So I am going to be playing Ella, the monstrous playbook. The basic premise for that, since you get to choose your own moves and what have you, and you can choose from like suggestions for like your monstrous breed. But I went with fairy, which more elf than like pixie or sprite or anything like that. So I chose a couple of very interesting moves that'll allow me to be weird and unnaturally appealing.
Nice.
And you know, she's got she's an almost human character. She's kind of unnerving, like an unnerving aura, and she does not dress in the style of the time that we are playing in, which I think is the modern era. She wears archaic clothing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And let's see here.
What's your curse?
Oh, my curse or my pure drive is joy. So, I'm a very happy-go-lucky person. I might be a little chaotic in order to find these things. I'm thinking that I'll be playing a little bit of a trickster type character, almost.
Nice.
So it'll be a lot of fun to see how y'all bounce off of that. So I think that for my history with Bryan's character, I'm gonna choose. You saved me from another hunter who was prepared to kill me.
Oh, nice.
Ask them what happened. What happened? What happened, Bryan? Tell me. I need to know.
Well, they were being a bully, so I killed them to death because I didn't agree with it.
I mean, I appreciate the energy, 100%. Thank you so much for doing that.
My pleasure.
Yeah, of course. I'm terrified now.
They interrupted my reading session in my library, so it made me mad.
Oh God! Oh, you can't do that. You can't be doing that. So for John, who is not, this is going to be confusing,
Right?
Why did you do this to us?
Because I had a moment of low energy and creativity department.
Fair, understandable. So I lost control one time and almost killed you. How did you stop me?
Well, I am Arakiel, fourth avatar of the Spectacled One, a divine being. You can't kill me. I simply willed you not to. With my awesome divine power!
Ooh, just like Charlie Sheen, he thought it was
Winning.
That's a timely reference. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Oh, Charlie Sheen. I
Such a
probably
hot-
banished you, to be honest. As
Wait,
That
this
does-
wasn't the
that-
other hunter that I killed.
No, separate one.
Okay.
Yeah.
it was a temporary banishment, but I did banish you.
Okay, that's fair.
Where did you
as I-
banish her to?
See, does it say? I have no control over where they go.
Gotcha.
We just banish.
All right,
I mean,
It can be
so
used.
Ella,
It can be used on
where
unnatural
did you show up?
hunters.
I figure that I would show up in the realm of fairy at some point along the lines, and worked my way backwards, and was like, "Yo, don't do that again. It's not fun.
Don't try and kill me again.
Can't make any promises."
All right. So that should cover all of your stuff, right?
Oh, I muted. Yes, that would.
Okay. Well, then let's go to John. Is it Arakiel or
Yeah, Arakiel,
Arakiel?
fourth avatar of the Spectacled One. Almost biblically accurate angel, as they are not from the biblical spectrum.
So does that mean you are essentially like a bunch of like weird shapes floating around each other, or are you mostly human looking?
It varies. Definitely inhuman. They try and maintain something that resembles a humanoid form when possible, but it is generally outside of their ability to truly control, as they are a fourth dimensional being, and it's just a difficult thing to look at sometimes.
So on a given day when you're appearing humanoid, what do you look like?
It's just a whole lot of cats, like just a terrifying amalgam of cats.
That's your humanoid look?
Yeah. It's bipedal. It's just
You're a cat boy. We
Yeah,
accept this about you. It's
yeah,
fine.
just
It's fine.
just a Like if you put a cat through a blender and a kaleidoscope, it'd probably be what they look like on two legs.
So I have a feeling I know how this adventure is going to go real downhill. Downhill. It's going to go downhill real fast.
Oh, what are you talking about? This will be
I mean, it's
amazing.
role playing. It's supposed to.
Right? Okay,
We're here to hunt a monster, man.
going.
I mean,
You're the
it's in the
monster.
title.
That's my point. The monstrous character looks like a human.
Well, just think
Do
about
not be
how,
afraid. Do
think
not
about
be
how
afraid.
bad the
Floats in, and
ones-
there's like these cats turned inside out, just like spinning around each other, and the people are just like, "Fucking shoot it!"
You know, I thought he was
Terrifying.
gonna go with like cats in a human suit, and then he
Oh.
mentioned blender, and I was just like, I have no idea where this is going.
Well, I mean, not like a literal blender. We're talking more of a metaphysical blender, but I understand if it's beyond your comprehension, it is of the fourth dimension.
I like the rhyme.
I see. So I've only.
Yeah.
I need like 2 more cups of coffee to hit that, awareness level. So
I think I need to go watch Buckaroo Banzai before you can even approach getting there.
Nice,
Oh.
nice. Okay, so now you need to go around the group and pick 2 of the connections that are on your second page of your
Let's
playbook.
see here. My mission actually is what will drive my my history with the 2 of them.
Gotcha. What is your mission?
My mission is to Morgan's character actually has a crucial role to play in events to come, and I must prepare them for their role and protect them at any cost. And let's see here. If you're protecting yeah, you have a crucial role in what is to come. I am here to guide and defend you. And the angel, nearly biblically accurate angel, goes to John for advice on mortal stuff: sex, food, drugs, television, etc.
Totally fair.
As I think you're the only human in the group, right? The only mortal.
I am.
Yeah. So you are my mortal advisor.
So,
I don't
Arakiel,
think
what
it's
is your
mortal.
mission?
To ensure that
The end of days?
No, it's complicated. You see, there's several avatars, and my role right now is just to keep the monstress alive and protected at any cost, as they have a role to play in events to come. But I dare not say more than that, lest I manipulate, the flow of time.
Right.
Was that a pun? I have a role to play.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, just
I need to
checking.
get a
Just checking.
soundboard set up so I can, have
I mean,
rim shots and such.
I would definitely suggest that. 100%.
No, I'm pretty sure that's the Price is Right. Ba-dum,
Oh,
wah.
wow.
Yeah, wah.
All right.
I mean, if we could get some Jeopardy music at some point along the lines, I would top tier.
No background
100%,
music
yeah,
that isn't game show music. Perfect. Got it.
Right.
Is that in public domain? I'm pretty sure it is, right?
Right?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
If not, I'm sure
We'll
we could
find
find
out.
something.
The ghost of Bob Barker comes and smacks us with his lawsuit. Oh,
And last but not least, Bryan, tell us about John.
Hi, I'm Dr. John, and I am a historian. I lost my twin sister to the occult, and I've been looking for her ever since, because we were playing with spells I found on a dig, and that was a bad idea. So now I'm trying to find her, and I know everything I can about the occult, and I always strive to learn more.
Excellent. What do you look like?
A history teacher.
So you look like Indiana Jones?
Yeah, kind of. Except I wear a trench coat instead
Okay.
of a leather jacket.
Yeah.
I
as
actually,
history teachers do.
My character has hair. He's about 6'2", really skinny. But yeah,
Okay. And
Wears, wool
what are your
gloves.
connections to the rest of the group?
well, I'm going over these, and it looks like that the monstrous and I was part of an eldritch organization at the same time that got disbanded. So why did you leave the group, Ella?
Sorry, apparently when you tweet stuff out and you mute yourself because you're typing, you don't pay attention. So I'm sorry, what was the question again?
So we were part of an eldritch organization together that
Mhm.
got disbanded years ago. Why did you leave before it
uh,
got disbanded?
Yeah, I left before it got disbanded because, it didn't mesh with my goals in life. It became far too serious in the long run. They're like, "Oh, it's the end of the world. You got to stop these people." I'm just like, I'm just here to have fun. Like y'all are too serious. Too much drama. I can't do this.
Yeah, that happened. You left a little before I did, and when I left, it's when the flat earthers kind of came on board, and it just got way too crazy. I mean, I'll buy into the lizard people and that DMT will get you happy places, but flat Earth is where I had to draw the line.
I mean, if I had known about the flat earthers, I would have stuck around. That sounds like a hell of an experience, right? So much fun could be had trying to push
It's
that
crazy.
narrative. It really is.
And
Oh my
what's
gosh.
what's John's connection to Arachiel or not
That's
John?
it. Thank you for saying that again.
Right.
Arachiel, we had the same mentor at one point. I lost it. Hang on. We were taught by the same master. How did it end?
We were taught by the same master. How did it end? They laid down and then dissipated into small motes of light.
That'll end a relationship pretty quickly.
Right.
Yeah, they were tired of our crap.
It wasn't like an enlightenment thing. They were just like, "Fuck it, I'm out."
Yeah, we've taught you everything we can. Now we're out.
Perfect. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right. So, John, you have a haven. You are starting off in this haven, so why don't you tell me what it is and where it is located? And when I say John, I mean Bryan.
Yeah, I know. I just realized that.
In the book, it says refer to the people as their characters, which I tend to do anyway.
Oh.
But from now on, if I
promise.
say John, I'm not
I
talking
know.
to John.
I promise. I did not do this on purpose. I was actually playing Halo when I came up with this name.
You
Yeah,
did
I'm
this
like,
to
hey,
yourself, Bryan.
like, what's your name?
I
And he's
did.
like, John. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, I didn't have a lot of inspiration. I'm like, of the multitude of names in existence,
Well, at
you
least
chose John.
That's true.
But hey, we're gonna go with it.
My
It's
haven.
canon now.
My haven is in my house.
Where's your house at?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Okay.
Manchester.
Manchester, Wisconsin. And what options have you chosen for your haven there?
Well, I've checked out long term a lot of lore books from the libraries I visit, and where I have loading privileges due to my credentials. I also have taken all the mystical library books I can find and hoarded them in my basement. And as I got to looking for my twin sister and hooking up with these two and other various monsters and hunters, I decided it was prudent to start arming myself for the bigger fight that I've been seeing. Because somebody has to protect the night from itself. So I also added an armory. that includes a stockpile of mystical and rare monster-killing weapons and items. And a flamethrower.
And a flamethrower. Love it. I feel like that's a rare monster-killing item. Just saying, like, not everyone has a flamethrower, but it definitely kills monsters, so...
Yeah,
Seems rare.
In the zombie apocalypse, any monster apocalypse, or any, I'm gonna get a flamethrower. It's multi-use. Everybody's afraid of it.
All right, I think that is all of our character stuff. Am I correct? And I'm gonna step out of what I actually said earlier. Morgan, am I correct? Does that sound like we've done everything?
You are very rarely correct, but I believe you are in this case.
Darn it.
Yes.
You're more correct on this than you were mage.
What are you talking about?
I think we made up our own game.
I love mage. I wish I had been able to show up.
It was such a good time.
I
wish
had
I'd
all
actually
the
read
rules
some
down, and I was like, I memorized them. I know exactly what we need to do, and then like, nope, no. I am glad that you forgot at some point because it's like it was immensely entertaining.
We will definitely do another World of Darkness that you can jump in on. Maybe we'll do the Chronicles where you can mush them all together, so you can play mage.
Yeah. There you go. I just want to play a regular human. I want to play John.
John
I think
the
it's a good
Hunter.
idea. I
John
think you
the
should all
Hunter.
play a John.
Instead
We're
of
all
Whiskey
John,
John,
yeah.
I'll be
I
Hunter John.
played a John for a while. I would rather not.
That's so loaded. I love it.
Right? Well, with that, so you're hanging out in John's house. What are you all doing while you're there? As a monster hunting group, what does your daily day look like?
Hot toddies and books. Toddy. I said toddy.
Yeah.
No, I heard you. For me, it would mostly be like, just playing pranks on people, running around, making things disappear, tricking people
Messing
into
with
doing things, rearranging John's organization of his library. A lot of fun.
So it's finally organized, is what you're telling me. Excellent.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, they were just kind of thrown in piles.
Maybe I hit a couple. You never know.
And what would Arakiel be doing?
Staring directly at the sun.
You're down. You're gonna go down.
Right?
That's right.
I'll get you one of these days.
I have to ensure that it turns a spin across the. The flat earthers are correct. The Earth is not round, but it is not flat either. It's very difficult to truly unveil the secrets of the true shape of the world. But
Well, when you can see it in 4 dimensions.
it's true. But you must watch the sun. At least one of us must watch the sun, and to ensure that it sets and rises again, or all is doomed.
Next time we play, we all have to be angels. This is too good not to.
I'm already an angel. I don't know what you're talking about.
No playing involved.
Yeah, of course.
Fair enough.
So,
Fair
John,
enough.
you know that Arakiel's sitting up on your roof, just staring at the sun as Arakiel does. You were currently looking for what? It was something that you just had, and you needed it for something. What is it?
Probably my car keys.
So you're looking for your car keys, and they were right there just a moment ago. But you're really not sure where they're at, and your phone rings.
Yo, John here.
Hey, John, it's Wayne. How's it going?
Depends what you're gonna say next.
Well, kind of have myself a situation. And John, you know Wayne. You guys go at least a few years back. He's another monster hunter. He tends to do solo stuff a little too often for your comfort. Like, he always gets himself into trouble, so you end up like getting him out of trouble. So this is not a strange phone call. You were not like where you weren't expecting it. As soon as you saw it was Wayne. You were just like,
Right.
oh, I know what this is about. So I'm in Wyoming, and there's been a bunch of deaths here recently, and
How many is a-
disappearances.
Bunch, because there's only like 10 people live that whole state.
Well, so do you know where Devil's Tower is?
Yeah.
So I'm over by there, and there's been a bunch of tourists that have gone missing.
Yeah, the danger's in the name.
Well, yeah, but I thought I'd check it out, and I think there's a nest of vampires,
Ooh.
and I
Okay.
really, it's one of those situations where I feel like I could use some help instead of doing this by myself.
Okay. But you still haven't paid me back for the gas money you gave me last time. Or you didn't give me
Oh,
last time. so-
I have that. I have that on me.
Okay, well, just double that, okay? And I guess we'll be out there. Where exactly are you hung up at out here?
So, if you can meet me, in, hang on, I had this, in Hewlett, that'd be great. Are you at home?
Yeah, dude. Class is out right now.
You can like hear him looking at his watch. He's like, if you left, this afternoon, you could probably be there tomorrow morning-ish. Why don't you meet me at there's a grill and fill, that truck stop line chain thing?
Yeah, they have the great biscuits and gravy. And
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
The D on the health inspection. Yeah, it's a great little diner.
If you could meet me there tomorrow morning, that'd be great.
So you want me to drive 15 hours and then meet with you to go beat up a bunch of vampires?
Well, we'll have breakfast and then we can talk about it. But
Okay.
you asked me where to meet you.
All right, I'll meet you there. Don't die before we get there.
I'll do my best.
And you better get that gas money because I'm gonna want that first.
Oh yeah, I've got it set aside just for you.
And you're paying for breakfast for 3 of us.
For 3 of us.
Yeah. I'm bringing the team. Okay, something you need to learn more about.
Oh.
A team.
You're not bringing Irakiel with you, are you?
Yep. Irakiel will be forever pissed if I don't take him to a nest of vampires.
Maybe have Irakiel wait in the car when we have breakfast. Because the last time when those people saw Irakiel and then everyone started going crazy and throwing up and their eyes were bleeding, mainly because they were stabbing themselves with, forks and stuff in the diner, that was bad.
Well, being righteous does take a lot of energy and concentration.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that Irakiel's not really great for, being on the down low.
Well, yeah, that's true, but sometimes when you need to lay down the righteous anger, everybody else should just be good.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go. I'll see you in the morning.
Click.
You there? John? Okay, so you hang up with Wayne. What do you do?
Hey, who wants to go weed out a nest of vampires?
Is it okay if I say no?
Sure.
I mean, I don't really want to, but if you think it'll be fun, definitely. I would definitely love to do that.
We'll get breakfast out of it at least. It's
That
in
could be
Wyoming,
fun.
so we need to start driving now.
Oh, Wyoming. Okay, yeah, fine.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Wayne's a bit of a free ranger. He tends to like to go far away from where he should be. And he likes to do it alone.
That can't possibly ever go wrong. I hope that he's perfectly fine when we get there. Nothing.
Yeah, he owes me about 2,462 cents in gas money.
2,462 cents. That's a few dollars.
I've rescued him a few times.
Okay.
Irakiel, He formally requests that you don't make anybody's eyes bleed or stab them with forks or make them stab themselves.
I will do what I can.
I thought it was deserved, but whatever.
Mortal eyes are so fragile.
Oh no,
Just
Arakiel, they definitely are. I mean, they're it's like you touch them and they bleed. I don't even understand it sometimes.
It is super hard being around such a divine being.
Oh,
Do
thank
not
you.
consider
Thank
it-
you so much.
Do not consider it to be a challenge. Consider it to be a blessing. Together we shall vanquish the evil.
Well, I mean, the knife I have is blessed, and that was purely just from hanging out in your aura.
Indeed. It is written.
Where is it written? I haven't seen this anywhere.
It's on a parchment around here somewhere,
Oh, that's the thing that I. Never mind.
right?
Where is it that we are going?
Wyoming.
Wyoming.
That's a big place. Anywhere specific?
Mm.
Yes, H something Hewlett, Harrison, Hewlett, I think.
Okay.
It's
I mean,
like
we
15
should probably
hours.
we should probably get going. If it's so far away.
Anybody got any teleportation?
Have I been to
mean-
Wyoming?
Like your character, or is that rhetorical?
Well, I have been to the Green River. No, it's what's Sinclair. Sinclair. I have been to the Sinclair.
Like the gas station?
No, the Sinclair. Is it the Sinclair, the town? It's like it's a refinery in Wyoming, where Sinclair is produced. It's like a weird little oasis in Wyoming. It's very green, but only within like two city blocks. It looks really surreal, but it has like a fully functioning town, church, a school, shops. But it's like a strange like company store type town.
Huh.
I think it's called Sinclair. It's on the western side towards Green River. I've driven through there many times. John, has done that. Yes, I have been to the Sinclair.
Okay.
Come, join hands, and we shall go there.
All right, I get my gear.
Okay.
Yeah, I grab Arakiel's hand and I say, I don't know why you want to hold hands, but I'm all for it. And I just kind of hold his hand throughout the entire process.
So, John, I will point out that if you have Arakiel transport you to Sinclair, you won't have a vehicle to drive to Hewlett.
Can he take the car with him? I mean,
No. But do not be afraid. There are many vehicles in Sinclair, and
True.
it has an abundance of fuel. That is something that is required to operate the automobile, as you have said many times.
works for me.
All right.
Put on my stuff, my vest. We'll just have to borrow a car. How
Yes.
far is Sinclair from Hewitt?
That's a good question. Guess you're going to have to look that up.
Unless he's talking about a Sinclair gas station in Hewitt.
Stand by. Wyoming, Sinclair Town.
Sinclair Town, California.
They even have a town. They even have a town hall. It's cute. Town of Sinclair, Wyoming. It's on Interstate 80, 6 miles east of Rawlins.
Nice.
So
Ooh,
go to
Rawlins.
Google Maps.
Can we stop off at the hot springs? Where is that? Like Casper, I think.
Casper, yeah, I think that's further north, isn't it? And then see here, directions. Where
It's
are we
only a
going?
5-hour drive. It's fine. Hewlett, Wyoming, you said? Yeah, we can
Hewlett
do
from-
that. That's no problem.
Hewlett from Sinclair is about 5 hours.
Yep.
Okay.
Hewlett, Wyoming. Yeah, that's not bad. It's way closer than where we, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, north. northeast.
And I just made up a random name. I have no idea if there's a Manchester, Wisconsin or not.
Probably is.
There is.
In this world, there is.
Cool.
I Googled
yeah.
it.
So, I mean, I don't know why it's called Angel Wings, but I can go instantly anywhere I've visited before, or to
Nice.
a person I know well. When I have 1 or 2 people with me, I've got to roll plus weird.
Okay. Shit.
This is where I am now in the weeds because I don't even know what that means. I know.
So you're gonna take 2d6.
Two
You're gonna roll them together and add them together and add your weird number.
Let's see.
And you want a 10 or better.
Dice
Right.
roller.
No, he wants to get a
10 or
5
better.
or
10 or
76.
better.
I mean, if you get a 7 to 9, it's a mixed success, I believe. So
What you don't was under 7. No under 7s. No whammies.
No under 7s. Okay. Well, that's an 8, but I don't think that's still awesome. Let's see here. On a 7 to 9, you don't quite management. Either we are all separated or we all appear in the wrong place.
He just dropped us along the way.
Right?
Bam.
Like, I'm in Iowa.
Let's
And
do
you got
this.
an 8, you said.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I can't even help out with that.
So let's do this. Morgan, roll a die. Any die. Tell me if it's odd or even.
Even.
Even. Okay. Well, let's see here. I need to find Sinclair. Hang on one moment. Sinclair.
It's a weird town.
I really wanted to have a dinosaur in it.
Right?
Like
It
a
does.
statue.
Like, it has a big, like, dinosaur thing, and all the gas stations there are Sinclair gas stations. It's really surreal. I've never stopped there because I always thought I might get, like, I don't know, trapped by some sort of weird corporate, like, something. I don't know. It's a weird place. You drive by and you're like, what is this place? It's kind of
Right.
like the Twilight Zone.
So, Arakiel,
Yes.
where else have you been to a Sinclair station?
Well, they're all over Wyoming. I believe
Shit.
there's some in Colorado. There's some in Utah. I don't know if there's any Sinclair stations in California.
I mean,
No,
Colorado
don't
would be fun. I don't mind
Yeah.
getting dropped off there. It's fine.
I'm sure there's
Yeah.
monsters there we could fight.
Oh yeah, and like
Yeah.
other fun things we could do. 100%.
Yeah. Fort Collins. I think there's some in Fort Collins, aren't there?
There are.
Yeah.
It's actually the
Fort
best place to
Collins.
get gas right now.
Oh,
if
is
you're
it?
in town. If you're in that. If you're in town.
Oh, perfect.
All right. So, you appear all together.
Bam.
You look around and it does seem familiar to you. Arakiel.
Is this Kansas?
Behold, we have arrived.
Yes, but where, Arakiel?
Sinclair.
Oh, okay.
You were definitely at a Sinclair gas station.
Behold the symbol of destruction of life.
What's up?
I go outside, I stride outside and look around. Where are we supposed to meet him? The pit grub?
Well, so you're supposed to go to Hewlett, Wyoming. He was going to, or is Arakiel a they? Because you are a. Okay,
Yeah,
so they.
Oracular is a they them.
Yeah. So
Must
they
because-
were going to take you to Sinclair, Wyoming. You showed up in a Sinclair gas station.
Yeah, but I've never been to Colorado or Wyoming.
Right. So I'm just
John.
saying that's the event so far.
So I'm gonna go up to the attendant and ask him where the what was that? The pit, the grub pit? Is that what
the
you said?
grill and fill.
Yeah.
I
just
checked
gonna be
Google
like-
Maps real quick just to make sure we're in the right place while you're doing that. You know, it's
Okay. Yeah.
Where's the
So
grill and fill?
while you open that up, you are not in the right place. Just so you know, there, Ella. The attendant looks at you, John, and She's like, grilling, Phil? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's buffet.
Can't say I've heard of it. Sorry.
Well, thanks. I'll go back to the group.
Ella, you are in Douglas, Wyoming.
So yeah, Arakiel, you messed up somehow. I'm not sure why. Fun, like complicates things. But we're in Douglas, and it's like a 2-hour trek in order to get to Hewlett. I mean, at least we save time. We can walk. It'll take, it will be fine.
It is as was meant to be.
Yes, 100%, definitely.
The will of the Spectacle One is not to truly be understood or questioned. We must simply embrace our presence right here, right now in the timeline.
I mean, I have heard they work in mysterious ways. It is their prerogative to, fuck with us. I really do appreciate their sense of humor, genuinely. It's refreshing.
I get my phone out.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna try it.
I find out where I'm at, and I use Arakiel's name in vain.
You were at the Sinclair station on the corner of Pine and Highway 26 in Douglas, Wyoming.
They were so close. So close.
On one hand, Arakiel did not bring you to where you were told you were going to go. On the other hand, you are 3 hours closer to where you want to go.
By my estimation, it's 2 hours and 24 minutes.
I got 2 hours and 9. I don't know about you. But...
At any rate, we're going to be 12 hours early.
Right?
Time is immaterial.
Because we're gonna have to get a hotel. We should have probably went to sleep and then transported in the morning. Oh well. I just fucking call up the Uber app and can I say that on stream? The Rube app. And, spell it backwards or anagram it. I'll go to Sinclair via Uber.
I think that he's gonna owe you a little bit more gas money considering the cost of
That's
Ubers
true,
in
probably.
Wyoming. I can't imagine it's cheap.
I wonder if the bus goes there. I'm gonna take the bus.
What
Turn a 2-hour trip into a 7-hour journey.
do you want to try and get a motel here, or do you want to go up to Hewlett and sleep there for the night?
I'll go up to Hewlett and sleep
Okay.
there for the night.
There
that's
is
just
a bus station that can take you up to Hewlett. Well, the bus station won't take you there. There's a bus station that has buses that will take you to Hewlett.
Yeah, but is it going to be like direct, or is it going to be like I show up 10 hours later, as most buses are like, I got to wait to get on, and they're going to go somewhere else?
Right.
I
So
mean,
it looks
there's 6 transfers along the way,
Right.
and it involves a 7-hour walk at some point.
Here's the problem.
You'll show up in a week.
They're
It's
probably not going to let me take my flame.
It'll be fine.
Do they check that stuff on buses? I don't know. They just
Wyoming is an open carry state. They don't care.
Check to see if flamethrowers are on that list.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
if it
get to
is,
the
I'm
bus.
moving.
You get to the bus and there's like all this like plate metal screwed onto the side, and there's like Mad
Right.
Max looking shit.
I'll go rent a car
Okay,
somewhere.
that is a good question. It looks like Douglas might be large enough to have like a rental place. Sure.
But I'm in Fort Collins, aren't I? Or are we on the same place?
You're in Douglas.
Okay.
Yeah, you're.
For some
you're
reason,
all-
I thought we were dropped off in different spots.
No, you all arrived together in the wrong spot.
That's why I had it the wrong time, because I looked up. I thought it was in the Sinclair in Fort Collins.
Gotcha.
All right.
So according to my map, there's an adventure rent-a-car somewhere like a couple miles away.
Nice.
If any of you have a credit card. Arakiel, do you have a credit card and driver's license? I'm not sure.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what those words mean.
Okay,
What do you mean by credit card and driver's license? Is this the same thing as a license to be cool, John?
Oh yeah. I'm sure.
definitely. Definitely.
How
State
does
sanctioned
one-
coolness.
Is this the same process of getting a license to be cool as to also get a license to drive?
They're kind of the same, but different ways of getting them.
It also acts as a license to kill. So you should probably look into that. From what I understand, it's not a whole lot of paperwork. You just walk in, you're like, here, take a thing, in and out. There's no problems getting one whatsoever. The DVM, DMV, I don't know. Very, very efficient.
While you're all discussing this fellow gets out of his very large pickup truck and, puts in the gas, and because it's going to take like 30 minutes to fill it up, he goes to go inside the Sinclair, and as he walks by, he just throws up, and he's like, oh, what? Oh, and he kind of looks at Arakiel, and he's like, oh, and walks
Do
inside.
not be afraid.
Admittedly, I don't know much about human emotions, but I don't think that's fear. I think that's disgust, Arakiel. You should probably do something about all that.
I'm going to
But-
try and concentrate and get all of the blurring, multi-dimensional cat shapes to kind of come together into something that might resemble a humanoid face. It's probably bird wings that randomly pop out, but
And John, you're used to Rakiel kind of phasing into this other shape, and so it doesn't really bug you as much. But you glance over and there's a cat butthole staring out, and a weird tail kind of twisting around in a weird non-Euclidean kind of manner that just is kind of nauseating, and you're like, oh yeah. So are you gonna walk up to get a car rental, or are you going to?
No, I'm already sitting in the giant truck. I'm like, by the way, I found a ride. If y'all are ready to go, we only got half a tank at this point, but we should be fine.
I mean, it's only been a couple of minutes, so you probably have a tenth of a tank, because they drove it to empty. Of course they did.
Of course. I mean, that'll be fine.
What's a tenth of a tank? And how efficient do we think this is?
Yeah, you could probably get out of the parking
yeah.
lot at least.
it's true.
I mean, the bespectacled one will definitely provide more gas along the way.
does indeed provide. This is truly a blessing.
Mhm.
I mean, you notice there's a Conoco, right down the street. So
If we're gonna commit grand theft larceny, I kind of want to just be on the way. I don't want to stop again. Maybe we could charm the guy to take us to Douglas, Wyoming. We could get lucky.
I mean, it is very possible. I have been known to be incredibly charming. I don't know if y'all have noticed this, but maybe stealing isn't the best bet. You want me to go talk to him?
I mean, he probably won't vomit everywhere if you talk to him.
Debatable. But I will go talk to this person inside the truck stop.
Okay.
Walk up to him and say, so I noticed that giant truck out there. It's I've never ridden in one. Do you think I can get a ride to your next stop? I hear that you're going to Hewlett for some reason.
do you have some kind of thing to?
Oh no, I can charm someone. I can what is it? Manipulate somebody in order to do a thing by rolling weird.
Let's roll a weird.
Don't roll too weird.
No, I didn't roll too weird. I did roll 7 weird plus 3, so that's 10.
Nice.
On a 10 plus, they'll do it for the reason you gave them. If you ask too much, they'll tell you the minimum it would take for them to do it, or if there is no way they do it. We lost somebody.
We lost
no.
John.
Yeah.
Actual John, not
and now
The
the
the.
cameras-
bespectacled one works in mysterious ways.
Actually, John, yeah, they are still here. They're just like inverted, so we can't determine
Right.
their existence.
They turned the corner to the fourth dimension.
Right,
Although your camera layout now is very interesting.
right.
Let's see here. Let's see this. I need to.
Morgan has disappeared into the side dimension, and we only see half their current dimension in 2 spots.
And now Bryan is John. Still.
I am still John, yes. And you are John, Irakiel John.
Right. Well, usually he comes back by now. Why don't we take a quick break, and we will be right back while we wait for him to come back. Where's my be right back screen?
He had a divine calling. He
Right.
had to go.
Of course.
We'll be right back.
He used the.
Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. We had a little technical difficulty. As one does when playing with an almost biblical angel
That's true.
from the fourth dimension.
Almost
I was-
biblically accurate angel from the fourth dimension is a hell of a concept, I will say.
That's true.
Right?
Um,
All right, so you are attempting to get to Hewlett, Wyoming. You're currently in Douglas, Wyoming. Ella is trying to convince a person, a fellow inside the gas station, to take you all in their very large truck to Hewlett. Is that correct? You were muted.
No, I'm not. Not at all. There's no technical difficulties happening on this stream at all.
Ever.
Definitely not back to back.
Ever.
That is accurate. With my bonus of weird plus 3, I ended up rolling a 10. So according to the rule book here, on a 10 plus, they will do it for you for the reason you gave them. If you ask too much, they'll tell you what the minimum it would take for them to do it is, or if there's no way, they do it.
Okay.
So
So he looks at you and he kind of like eyes you up and down. He's all like, "You want to take a ride in Deborah? Sure, yeah, we can take you up to Hewlett."
you cut out for me.
Yeah, your audio cut out. It's been
Of course
happening
it
a
did.
little bit.
Of
That
course
was
it
the
did.
longest.
Because why wouldn't it?
It's meant to
Think you're-
be.
I think we
I think
should
you're
start
going
a
over the
drinking
threshold of your
game.
mic.
We
Ooh,
should.
yeah.
Yeah, we should start a
gosh.
drinking game every time we have a technical difficulty.
I'm already shit faced. Sorry.
Yeah.
No. What did you say?
So
You cut out there for a minute. You went mute. I know
Yeah.
I'm beautiful, but I don't know if it's.
yeah, sometimes that happens. I get really bad reception out here in the middle of nowhere. He says, "Oh, you want to take a ride in Deborah? Sure, we can take you up to Hewlett."
Oh, thank you so much. Me and some friends, we definitely appreciate it. Do you know how long it'd take?
Well, it's only a couple hours to get up there.
Oh, I'm so glad that it won't take too long. I'm glad you're. I'm really happy. I'm really thankful. Thank you so much for taking care of this.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just gonna eat a couple burritos here while I wait for it to fill up.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta refuel your gas while you're refueling your gas. That's just how it goes.
Right. He's got like a couple of, like microwave burritos in his hand. He's like, "If you just want to beat me out there in usually takes about 30 minutes to fill Deborah up."
Oh, okay. Your truck is named Deborah. I'm just want to double check that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay. That seems normal. Thank you so much for your help.
He goes over and pops his burritos in the microwave.
And I walk back to the group and I'm like, okay, so it may not be the most comfortable ride, but we do have a ride. The option to steal the truck still stands. I know how to hotwire. Just throwing that out there.
I mean,
There's
it's
no reason
running.
to steal.
Oh, that seems safe.
I mean,
It's what you do.
Right.
Yeah, there's no reason to steal if it's already been provided.
Fair. Understandable. We don't want to make the bespectacled one any angrier with us. He's already called you away once when I offered to steal the truck.
If there was a
So.
meteor, I had
Oh.
to stare at it.
Okay, so
Fear
John,
not.
how do you want to tell us a little bit about your friend and what exactly we're supposed to be doing? I don't remember if you ever mentioned it.
Well, I mean, he came across the. Well, he thinks there's a nest of vampires.
Oh, that'll be
At
fun.
any rate, he only calls when he's in trouble. So there's that. So something's out here. It may not be vampires. I'll be highly disappointed if it's not vampires, by the way.
I mean, I have some very good friends that are vampires. I'm sure nothing will go wrong there. They're probably just it's I don't know. It'll be perfectly fine in the grand scheme of things. We definitely won't have to hunt anything. It'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah, especially if I get old Torchy out. It'll be fine. So who knows what he's
Yes.
really found? It might have just been a nest of rattlesnakes. Who knows?
Oh, that'd be even more fun. I love their little teeth. They're so cute.
He was kind of dating my sister, so I keep that connection alive in case it's useful for when I do find my sister.
Well,
hope
I
find her
mean,
soon, 'cause I'm gonna
I hope so
murder her
too.
for leaving me with this guy.
The things we do for family.
Right.
About this
What's
time,
his
he
name?
comes walking out.
Wayne?
He's
His
like
name-
chewing
Thank
on the
God.
end of one of the burritos. All right, climb on in. And he goes around and finishes topping off Deborah.
Shotgun. And then I climb in
Probably-
the front seat.
I'll probably sit in the bed of the truck just to help him avert his eyes from my attempt at singularity.
Okay. You're
I
muted.
can't speak further.
So we could probably still do that in Wyoming. It's probably fine, right in the bed. But is it one of those trucks that have 2 rows of front seat?
2 rows of front seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has 2 rows of front seats and 4 rows of back seats. It's kind of like an
So-
amphitheater.
Well, you have a bed, and then you have a cab, and the cab's in the front, so it's 2 rows of front seats.
it is a king cab. Yep.
You have the primary row, and you have the secondary row.
I really like this amphitheater idea. Yeah. It's a king cab, so you can.
Well, I'll just lay down in the back then if our interdimensional ally is in the back of the cab or the bed.
I
I
commend you.
merely wish
for-
to prevent him from being distracted from his duties in driving.
That's
I
very-
commend both of you for sitting behind the person that just ate 2 gas station burritos. It's so brave of you.
That's right. When he leans over to stab you, I'll be able to stab him. So
I'll be fine. You would never stop.
I mean, to be fair, Rakiel is sitting, outside in the bed of the vehicle. So, if Rakiel can smell it, you're already dead.
bad.
So,
But this way, I can also double down on my staring at the sun because that job is never truly done. It must be completed by at least one of us.
yeah. Now, when you say one of us, do you mean one of this group, or
No,
are there
I-
other
I-
sun watchers?
or one
There
of
are
your
other sun watchers.
personalities.
I am the 4th avatar of the spectacle one. There are several others that have other jobs that they must do. Like,
And how do you know that someone's watching the sun when you're not?
well, we don't. That's the problem.
Seems like
Just gotta make sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Good to know.
That's why there's weird in the world.
it's true.
So when the sun goes down, do you need to go to like a different time zone in order to keep an eye on it, or is it kind of like how does that work?
Oh, there are others. I mean, I am only the 4th of.
Oh, okay.
Of us, so we're everywhere. Fulfilling our duties, of course, to
Of course,
ensure
of course.
the passage of time as dictated.
So somebody else picks it up when you chase it out of your hemisphere.
Correct. It's complicated. I wouldn't want to necessarily get into the advanced math.
Oh no, please do. I'm sure this is incredibly illuminating for our driver here.
I'll start
Indeed, it is
taking notes.
illuminating. It's about the sun.
I know, that's the joke.
I did a joke. I made a joke.
Hey,
Did I do that
happy for
correctly?
you.
Did I do it correctly?
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
You've got 3
Ah.
points towards your cool license.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 points. I hear that if you hit an old lady, it is worth 10 points.
More
That
if
is-
she has polka dotted underwear.
How do you know if they have polka dotted underwear?
Well, you have to hit them so hard it flies up.
Yes.
Oh.
That is definitely how cool works.
I see. That is worth 10 points towards school. How many points must you have until you have a driver's license?
Oh, you'll find out very quickly. You'll get a notification. You'll be told. Somebody will show up. You know, there'll be flashing lights. It'll be a whole thing. They'll give you some
Oh.
silver bracelets. It'll be really fun.
Excellent.
And maybe some lead to go with it.
Possibly, but you know the lead. It's hit or miss sometimes.
Nah.
Depends.
At this point, he's actually the fellow like has finished topping off Deborah and is like waiting for you to get in the car.
I thought we already got it.
So you can't all be talking if you are all in the car because Arakiel is in the bed, which you can't talk.
We can.
Yep.
Oh no,
Yeah.
we can talk loud enough.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
we
that
could
back
scream.
window, the black sliding window in one of the king cabs that you slide open that you can like talk through.
There isn't any way to unlock it and open it because there's like 17 guns hanging, across the back.
Of course.
Fair enough.
So when I
There's
was
probably
calling
already
shotgun, I was actually calling dibs on the shotgun in the
Right,
backpack.
right. Which one?
The double-barreled one.
Okay.
Yeah, I should put it.
Which one of them?
I'll just take all of them.
Okay.
You know,
This
avoid any.
this here's my bear gun. And this here's my people gun.
So
This one.
he heads off, starts driving down the highway. Does anyone have anything that they need to do before?
Need? No.
Which one? Yes.
Well, like my daddy used to do, I'm gonna go get 17 hours worth of snacks for a 2-hour drive.
So everyone's snacked up. Deborah's topped off. You should only need to stop probably 5 more times to get gas
Or
to
pee.
go 2 hours to Hewlett. But you managed to make it to Hewlett, and he drops you off at a Best Western because you were looking for a place to stop for the night, like to stay.
I'm
You
gonna
mean there's
call-
not a Red Cap Inn
Right.
anywhere along the way? I
Uh,
would much rather stay there.
I don't think there's one, and you notice like a bit of blood trickling from his ear because whenever Arakiel would talk through the glass, as one does through the fourth dimension, there's just a little bit of brain damage that happened. Fortunately, he was able to continue driving the car as
Right.
one does.
It's like
truck.
Metatron speaking through it.
Right.
Mortal bodies are so fragile.
And then he drives off into, a post after dropping you off, and his truck sets on fire and explodes. Thanks, Arakiel. Okay.
It is written.
It is,
I
so
give
it is
Wayne-
written.
I give Wayne a call. That's his
It
name, right,
rings.
Wayne?
At this point, it's about 6 p.m.
Okay.
So we're early.
Only by about 13 hours.
Ringing. He's not
Ringing.
picking up.
Finally, his voicemail picks up. It's from the movie Wayne's World. Wayne's World,
Yeah.
Wayne's World, party time, excellent. And
All
then,
right, I open up my Family Link app. See where his phone's pinging.
It looks like it's northeast. No, sorry, southwest. Completely the opposite direction. Southwest of town.
Well, I'm gonna go check in.
Okay.
I'm gonna see where the nearest car rental is.
Okay.
Then I guess I'll go southwest of town.
So as you head into the Best Western, you look around and there's like some, those like newspapers that they provide everyone, and you notice that there are some headlines talking about, like right on the front page, there's some headlines talking about the disappearances and the fatalities recently, like the mysterious fatalities.
Ooh, I want to read that.
Okay. Are you checking in first, or are you gonna read that first?
Now I'll check in and be like, "What's up with these mysterious bodies? You read about this?"
The guy at the counter is like, "Yeah, there's been some bodies found. I mean, it's not really the first time. Devil's Tower is right down the way. We always get weirdos out here."
Anything suspicious about these deaths? Like, did it happen at Devil's Tower?
They don't know, but if I'm being honest, I put my money on aliens this time. There was like some lights in the sky the other night. I'm pretty sure it's aliens, and they're draining our juices.
They do tend to do that. That is for sure. All right. Well, we need. Do you have a big suite here?
A sweet what?
A suite that has multiple beds and it's big room.
Oh, like a hotel room. Yeah.
Like a presidential suite.
The biggest one we have has 2 queen beds.
All right.
Well, I mean, that should be fine. One of our friends has to stare at the sun, so
That's true.
So they don't eat any sleep. It's fine.
But the sun's going down right now. Oh, wait,
It's 'cause-
what?
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It's not important.
Do you need a
Just,
rollaway?
Yes, we'll take a roll away.
Yeah.
Okay. So he books you a room with the rollaway.
Okay.
Gives you
Where's
the key card.
Where's the car rental place around here?
Car rental. I don't know if we have a car rental place in town. I've never noticed one. But there's buses. There's buses going out all the time to the tourist buses that are. You're here to see the tower, right? You can just catch one of the buses.
We're here to see the tower. Is the tower southwest of town by chance?
It is.
Okay. And then I pull out my phone. It's like, have you seen this guy nosing around?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Have you seen him recently?
Oh, I think he left his room this morning. I
What
don't
room
remember.
is he in?
I don't remember him coming back. Sorry, I can't give out that information.
I'm sure you can. We have a picture of him. We're really close to
We
him.
have a picture of him.
He's dating my sister.
He's dating my dead sister. No,
Wait,
didn't
the
say she was
sister
dead, I
is
said
dead?
Missing.
Oh, missing. He's dating my missing sister.
That changes this narrative completely.
Right. Do you want to roll one of your
yes,
charms?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. How do I get the same number? 10.
10.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, since you have a picture of him, he's in 122.
Thank you so much for all your help. I definitely won't be reporting this to management. You've been so incredibly helpful. You'll get a glowing
Anytime.
review, and I will tell them all that you did for us. You're
Awesome.
so kind.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You all have a
Of
good
course.
night.
You too, Jimmy.
You too.
And as Arakiel walks by, he throws up.
Oh, he's definitely getting 5 stars for that one.
All right. So I'll go to my room, or to the room, put my shit down,
Okay.
and then anybody good at picking locks?
Well, there are many locks that we could choose from. What would you?
Want to go
What
to the
sort of
room?
lock
that
are you looking
Wayne-
for?
We're gonna get into Wayne's room. Wayne's room.
I was just forcing myself to not do it. Wayne's room, party time, excellent.
Is it too late to like quit? Once again, I don't think I can do this. Continue. I'm not being
Forward
serious,
slash
obviously.
exit. Right.
Rage quit. Ah!
Sorry, my internet just blip.
So the rooms have like the electronic keycard lock. So there isn't like so much of a picking of a lock, but does anyone have a way to bypass electronic security? Any kind of, I feel like the expert might have something like that, but I don't know. For sure.
I do.
You do?
Yes, I have a gigantic warhammer.
That's exactly what I meant. Yes.
I mean, if that's what we're trying to do you need to enter this room?
I mean, it would be nice to find out what Wayne has discovered about these creatures. There's like a board with some red string going between it or something like that, you know.
I'm gonna try to open it.
Okay. The handle moves, but it doesn't open.
Okay, so I'm gonna go find an attendant.
So you go back
Let's
to
see
the.
if it's here. No. I'm gonna go find a room lady, a room person.
Gotcha.
I don't forget what they're called. Anyway,
I mean,
housekeeping.
one of them is going to be delivering your rollaway here momentarily.
Okay.
I don't want to monopolize the rolling or anything like that, but I would like to use magic to do something, one thing beyond human limitation, which is to say, trick the door into opening.
Okay.
With our key, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, turn my
Yeah.
hand into a key card.
Go ahead and roll it.
That might work. Okay, so like I'm not using loaded dice, but I'm starting to think that I am, considering that I've rolled 7 3 separate times at this point. So total that would be 10, which means use magic. On a 10 plus, the magic works without issue. Choose your effect. So, you know, something beyond human limitation. Just, you know, trick the door into opening.
So as you're all standing there, you like kind of, you know, connect yourself to the magic, and you reach over and you grab one of the cattails that has formed off of Arakiel's body, and you just smoosh it down into the key card holder, like the where you like slip it into, and he goes beep and opens. You just use that like fourth dimension energy with your magic in order to unlock
Oh
it.
yes, 100%. That is definitely what happens. But John is not going to find that out. And John, don't bother with the housekeeping. I think the door was unlocked this entire time.
Okay. Let's go in.
I love how trustworthy you are. I
can
say
be
in
trustworthy.
character.
You
I
can
would
be
never lie to you,
trustworthy.
but I love it.
You can be trustworthy when you trust no one. I just get to treat everybody at face value because I just assume they're lying to me all the time.
So as you head in, there's a definite like funk to the room. Wayne's probably been staying here for a few nights. You look around. He has like a little rolling suitcase. It's open. His stuff is kind of strewn everywhere. There's a bunch of Kleenex like wadded up on the floor.
Does he have a cold or something? Is he prone to getting sick? I'm not sure
I mean,
if this
you
is a
could go
clue or
through it.
not.
You could go through it if you'd like.
Oh no, I'm fine. I don't need. I don't
So
need this in my
I'm
life.
gonna walk in and look around
Okay.
a little bit, but staying clear of that.
What are you looking for in particular?
Just trying to take the lay of the room to see if he was, you know, anything bad happened forced out of here. Does it look like the room is like how he probably left it naturally? You know, is there blood anywhere? Has he left any artifacts out that I can just add to my collection? You know.
So there's a laptop that's open. There's like a screensaver, the like twisty marquee thing that's.
Okay. So I'll go shake the mouse or use the trackpad or whatever.
Yeah, so you move your finger on the trackpad and it opens up, and there is so much porn open. There's like multiple like windows that have opened at this point.
Right.
But you know, like going through it, you actually do find another window that has like a map of the local area.
Okay.
And there is another window that has the we'll call it the Hewlett Herald open, and it's like their local newspaper, and it looks like he was going through some of the articles on there.
So on the map, did he happen to put any pins or anything that we could
You don't
use them? To
see
locate him?
anything on there now.
Great.
It does look like when you opened it, it was like more. So you have Hewlett, and then there's like. I need to not read chat while I'm explaining things because then I just start laughing. So there's like Hewlett, and then Southwest, and you can see where Devil's Tower is, and it's kind of like set up that way. So the bottom corner of the screen is Devil's Tower, and the top corner of the screen is Hewlett. So somewhere in there is kind of where it looks like he was looking.
All right. So any evidence of foul play in here?
Define foul play.
Like, did it look like there was an altercation here?
It's definitely messy in here. But
like lamps broke.
No.
You know, chairs flipped.
No, he's just not the cleanest of persons.
Okay. So that tells me I can probably go ahead and go to sleep and look for him in the morning. Most likely. But I'm okay with going to Devil's Tower tonight, but you know, hunting vampires in the dark, maybe not the smartest.
Should be fine, right?
I don't understand. Why don't we want to hunt vampires in the dark?
Because they're creatures of the dark, and they're at home in the dark. I'd rather settle torchy on them while they're sleeping.
But wouldn't you rather have a challenge? I don't know. It seems. I'm not going to question you. You are the expert in
Being
this
a
field
mere
after
mortal,
all. But
I have to stack the deck.
oh, do you want to play cards when we get back to the room? I have a fancy new game that I've learned the other day.
Oh, is it called Gwent?
Yes, definitely. That is 100% what it's called. This game is not made up at all.
Excellent. Because, you know.
Okay.
I could play cards.
Neat.
All right. So do you leave Wayne's room?
Did you almost say Wayne's World?
I did almost say Wayne's World.
Okay.
Does this Best Western have like food that can be delivered to the room?
So you go back to your room and you're looking. It has one of those little
No,
menus.
I want to order. Like, do they have like room service that would be charged to the room?
No.
Okay, never mind.
It has one of those even in Wayne's room, you would see that there's like those little fake leather folders, and opening it up, it's like a bunch of like Domino's, Pizza Hut, like places you can. And since this is not set in a pandemic world, like not everything is delivered.
It's about to be.
Look, there is a pandemic or an epidemic of monsters, but there is no pandemic going on.
Correct.
See, what I was going to do is order room service from Wayne's room and be like, I'm down at my friend's room. I need it delivered at.
Right?
This is the Best Western, man. This is the Best Western.
Hey, I worked
Bet
at
you're gonna get his IHOP.
No. I worked at a Best Western that had had a restaurant attached to it, and they did room service.
Nice.
So yeah. All right, that was in
Fancy.
grad school. It's been a while. Um, all right, well, I guess we could order pizza or something. What do you guys want?
Do you think they have anything with mushrooms on them? I love
yeah,
those.
sure.
Yeah, awesome. They're
Okay.
they're absolutely magical. Big fan of them.
Maybe not those kind of mushrooms, but I'm sure we could get them in this town.
Oh,
And
for
so-
sure, for sure, for sure.
Okay, I guess I'll go back to the room.
Okay.
I'll take the laptop with me, put it in. I don't know. Does he have any like plastic bags? Was he at the local Kroger's or anything?
Did he have any, or do you have any?
Is there any plastic bags in this room that doesn't look like it was used for?
There'd be the you know those dry cleaning bags that are like hanging up in the closet, and you
I'll
like.
put his laptop in that.
Okay.
Take it to my room. Wash my hands thoroughly. Yeah, make note that I need to buy more rubber gloves.
Okay.
Okay.
Orakiel, what are you doing?
I mean, I am just keeping an eye on this this mess of a room, I suppose. Trying to understand the patterns and the chaos. I don't know
Orakiel,
this
I
Wayne
think that-
person.
I think that sun's moving back on you.
What?
I think the sun's moving back this way.
Open the window. Take a look outside.
It's pretty dark.
Push it back. Push it back. Push it back.
Oh, I can't push it back. That's not within the natural order of things. I'm simply meant to watch, to ensure it moves. Consider it quality control.
All right. Well, if you all don't have anything else to do this evening, the night passes uneventfully.
Uneventfully. Oh goodness,
Uneventfully.
we can't have that. So during
So
the
scary.
night, you know, I'm puttering around for a little while. You know, filling bowls with water. You know, getting some shaving cream. It's an entire thing. And then I go to sleep and then pretend like everything is normal. Nothing happened on my end. There's no tricks or pranks or anything like that happening at all.
Right, as one does.
Of course, of course.
I feel like John maybe feels this warmth on his hand, like this like wet warmth, and goes to like. That's not how the trick works. Sorry.
It is not. It is not at all.
Yeah. So the warm water one is the one that makes you pee yourself, right?
Yes, and then the feather, and then the according to
Right.
these very '90s movies that I watched when I was younger, you get a feather, and then you put some shaving cream
In their
somebody's
hand. That's what it is.
and then when they reach up to touch it, they
Yeah.
smear it all over their face. But I'm multitasking. You know, you can't just do one at a time. You have to do multiple pranks. So
It's true.
Excellent. Because Arakiel is not a human. Are you gonna try and play any of those pranks on them, or is this all on John?
you know, it's difficult to say. I don't know how to prank an almost biblically accurate angel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are just so far beyond my ken. I just do not know what I can
Like a
do to them.
challenge.
When you saw John try and do it earlier with the trying to convince him the sun was doing something weird, and it
Yeah,
just
but,
didn't,
like,
it didn't
also
seem to
he's
go over that
Yeah.
well.
He's very trustworthy, but he knows what he's supposed to do. I'll think of something to do to him tomorrow
Okay.
when the sun comes up. Yeah, it'll be fine.
So throughout the night, there, John, you wake up, your hands wet, you feel like you need to pee, so you get up and you go to the bathroom. It didn't work out so well as far as trying to get him to wet the bed, but
Unfortunate.
later that night, you just fill his hand with shaving cream, And that one works really well. You tickle his nose with the feather, and you so when you wake
I'm
up,
glad.
John, there's definitely like a crust of shaving cream on your face.
Nice.
And half your beard is missing. So
Well, I look around. Well, I guess.
Where is the other half of the beard?
it's on Arakiel's forehead. Yes, they have giant eyebrows now on their cat face. I think that's how that works. I don't know.
So I guess I'll have to get some Nair at Walmart tonight.
All right. So what do you do today?
Same thing we do every day, Pinky.
Take over the world, yeah. Morning
Going to
commune.
Devil's Tower again. Or no, we're supposed to meet him at
The Grill and Phil.
That's right, the Grill and Phil.
Is that right? Is that what you're heading out to do then? All right. So, because you don't have a car, but you Google it and you look, and the Grill and Phil is like just a few blocks away, and you know that he has a vehicle, so he can drive you around. You walk down to the Grill and Phil. It's like a pretty third-rate truck stop. Like the sign is flickering as you're like in the early morning light. None of the bulbs are, some of the bulbs are burnt out, some are flickering. There's like that stench of diesel just lingering around, and you walk into this small diner that's attached to it, and it's like a greasy spoon, just like a greasy spoon that hasn't been cleaned in probably a decade. So like the floor is a little slippery with the grease buildup, and just has that like diner stench. It's not even like a pleasant smell.
Yeah, I mean, from like decades of people smoking in there, you know,
Right.
the coffee tastes like cigarettes. They've never cleaned the coffee maker. You know, that is the quintessential diner, 100%.
But the
the
hash
best place to
browns and
coffee.
eggs are going to be phenomenal.
Of course. I mean, the food is always good. It's just, it fails health inspections constantly.
Well, you don't want to go to a diner that passes health inspections because it's not a diner.
No, 100%. But I will order the lobster. I'm sure John would appreciate, one of them. I would appreciate that. John Mulaney joke, callback. But no, I will order the lobster and, sit down at the table.
Okay, so as you walk in and you look around, you don't see Wayne anywhere. But Ella orders the lobster and sits down at a table, and the lady behind the counter kind of like looks at Ella and then goes back to whatever she was doing.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Soon she's going to be barfing for no reason related to the angel.
I do think it's especially funny considering we're in Wyoming and I'm ordering lobster. It is nowhere near fresh.
It's off menu too. It's not
yeah.
even there, right? It's
Yeah.
She actually didn't like have any weird reaction when Arakiel walked in.
It's a diner.
Right? See, she has
Yeah.
seen shit.
Yeah, there's nothing you can't phase these people.
All right, what do you do?
Well, I'm going to order the big boy, and I'm going to call Wayne.
Okay. So you call Wayne. It rings and rings and rings, and ends up going to his voicemail again.
Wayne, I'm here. You're not. If you're still southwest of town, hope you're not dead, because I'm going to kill you when I see you. Just joking.
If you're not dead, I'll kill you. Is everyone sitting down? Arakiel, are you joining them?
Yeah, I'll join them. Arakiel doesn't really eat or sleep, but will digest something to attempt to fit in with these norms.
And it's pretty fortunate because the window that you sit at, you can look out and see the sun very clearly as it's rising.
Perfect. So it is rising as it must, as it should be,
It
and
is.
as it has been foretold.
So
Very
far
good.
it is.
Very good.
We will see
I
where
mean,
the
it's
day
like-
leads.
Can he even see out the window at this diner? I mean, really? No.
I mean, it's definitely like there's a thick patina. We'll call it a patina of something that has built up on there. And then there's like, all of the, where they take the grease markers and they draw, like the big words and stuff. And so you're sitting next to the, there's like a C on your window. But other than that, you can see the sun.
That is important.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I am fulfilling my duty. It
So,
was a good day.
so we're supposed to find Wayne. Is he answering his phone, John? I'm not sure where he could possibly be. I mean, he may be a little early, but are you concerned at all?
And by John, she means Ryan or Brian.
I know. I'm searching my very soul to see. I don't know. If I'm overly concerned, I'm always a little concerned because he's always in trouble. So I'm about probably just beyond like leaning towards like being actually concerned, and just writing it off as like he's waning me again.
I don't know. I mean, he did seem, based off of what you said, he did seem to need some help. You have said that he is prone to, going off on his own, doing some nonsense, getting into trouble. Do you think he may have gotten impatient and just ran off to fight the vampires on his own?
100% very likely.
Yeah, I mean, I also think it's very possible that he may have just wanted to avoid paying you, so like he's ghosting us.
Could be. He might have found
yeah.
something else. Yeah, and I mean, who knows? Maybe he slipped into the fourth dimension when our teleporter here had its mishap. Had that mishap.
I wouldn't call it a mishap. I would call it an acceleration of travel.
That's true.
As
Had we not been diverted, that poor guy wouldn't have blew up in his truck.
I mean, we'll later find
it
out.
was his time.
Yeah, we'll later find out he did some terrible stuff. He was actually a monster. The big bad of the entire campaign would have been him if this weren't a one shot. What I will say is that I would like to use magic to try and observe another time or place.
Okay.
Here's hoping I don't roll 7 again. I did not. I rolled a 6 plus 3, which would be 9, which means it works imperfectly. Choose your effect and a glitch. And then you'll decide what the effect of the glitch is. So let me pull up the glitches. The effect is weakened. It's of short duration. I take 1 harm, ignore armor.
Ouch.
The magic draws immediate unwelcome attention, or it has a problematic side effect.
Okay. And what are you trying to view?
I'm trying to check in on Wayne, see if he's... Well, I mean, I'm trying to find Wayne.
Okay.
Let's imagine it's like a scrying effect of some variety. So I think I would choose has a problematic side effect.
And now, is this just something you see, or is it like almost like a hologram that you are creating for everyone to see?
Well, I start stirring my cup of coffee, and then inside the image of inside the liquid, there appears an image.
Gotcha.
So anybody that looks at it can see.
Okay.
You know.
How do I want to describe this? Okay, so this is where your harm comes from, as there's like kind of like a psychic backlash. So you look in and you're like stirring the coffee, and as it swirls around, this image appears, and it's kind of like staring at 2 images at once, and it's very like you all of a sudden really realize what humans feel when they look at Arachiel, where there's just like this like dissonance in your senses, and it clears up, but it's very difficult to like really tell what it was you were looking at to begin with. But then you see Wayne kind of like pseudo jogging. It's more like a wog, like, you know, that kind of brisk walk. Looks like he's on a highway.
Am I able to see any mile markers or other identifying features of the highway that he's on?
It looks pretty familiar. As he's kind of like passing some buildings, it looks like he's actually not far from where you are, and he's walking up the same road that you drove down to get here.
Oh, so
Sorry, that
apparently,
you walked down because you don't have a car.
no. And like if anybody else looks at the image, if you don't, I tell you what I saw. It does look like he's walking down a highway. Maybe he's just running a little late. He's not really hustling, which is kind of annoying. I wish Wayne were a little bit more.
Like commit. I know he never commits.
Yeah, it's awful. Like he always does things so half-assed. Runs off and doesn't think things through, and just like it's so annoying. So
Runs off with your
frustrating.
sister and then doesn't bring her back.
You know, that's a nice little trick there. Did you see him in like current time, or is that potentially, were you viewing through time more than space?
That would have been through space, space or time. I can do both. I don't really like time. I feel like I step on other people's toes when I do that. The fourth dimension is kind of wonky that way.
And as you're saying this, the waitress drops a couple plates in front of you. Pushes one over to John, that has like the big boy on it, pushes a large stack of pancakes over in front of Arachiel, and pushes what looks like a bowl of chowder or maybe something in front of Ella.
Oh, I love that, or something. I wonder what it could possibly be.
It's Wyoming lobster bisque.
It is the Wyoming lobster bisque.
Perfect.
From a
Absolutely
can.
amazing. I love it.
Are there constitution saves in this game? How does that
There,
work? No.
there are not, but I will say
There's
I
a
do
top
have.
roll.
I do have. Yeah, there is tough, which I feel like you could like homebrew. But what I will say is I do have a move called Immortal. I do not age or sicken, and whenever you suffer harm, you suffer one less.
Oh, wow.
So food poisoning, not a thing.
Right. So how does that
thankfully.
work with just sorry to step out of the game, but how does that work with the harm that you self-inflicted from?
Personally, whenever I've played it, it's just like if it is the effect of something that you did, like a use magic roll that you got like a mixed success on, I'll take it. If it's like from a creature or something, it's it doesn't. You suffer one less harm.
Gotcha.
And is that
Interesting.
any harm? Like it doesn't matter the source.
Yeah. So the interesting thing, I did do some searching and like looking of like answers from the creator of the game. So Immortal will stack with armor. So like, if you have armor and you also have Immortal, like
Yeah.
you take the cumulative bonus.
Well, that makes sense because like the armor's reducing it,
Mhm.
and then your immortal prevents one. So
Yeah.
if anything gets to you, yeah, that totally makes sense. Okay, good to know. Thanks. All right, so yeah, the food is delivered. Anyone doing anything else besides eating your amazing food?
Should we go and greet your Wayne?
Yes, I'm about done eating. Like, you have to do a lot of self-care when you're dealing with Wayne. because like if I didn't eat breakfast and I went and found him, it would be this adventure that took me like the rest of the day, and I wouldn't be able to eat. So yeah, I'm gonna take a couple Snickers and a Mountain Dew, and we can head out.
Well,
Fan-
as you're like wrapping up eating, the door opens and there's like a bell that jingles, and Wayne walks in and he looks around and he sees you and he starts heading towards you. And you notice that he looks very disheveled, almost like he like slept in his clothes or something. But as he gets closer, you do notice there are some red stains. He's wearing like a light jean jacket, but it's like hanging open, and there's like obvious blood stains like on the shirt beneath it, and there's some stains on his pants. And he's like looks very nervous as he moves over and he sits down next to John. Hey,
Oh well, Wayne,
how's it going?
how you doing? I'm good, great.
You know, it's all right.
Where you been?
Well, so you know, I talked to you yesterday, and there was just like, I figured I might as well go track down a lead that I had about trying to find where the nest might be.
Yeah. So why are you walking down the road? Did you break your car?
I mean, I didn't break the car, but the car is definitely broken.
So how am I supposed to get around town if your car's broken?
Well, I mean, the good thing is it's not that far to walk.
Great.
And the waitress comes over. What can I get you? So I'll have one of these, and like a half stack of one of those, and a coffee.
a half stack of what now?
She pointed at the pancakes.
Okay.
So she walks off, and after a little bit brings the food back.
I pay her for our bill.
Wait, wasn't Wayne supposed to pay for our meal? What?
I've seen this before. He's gonna stick me with his, so no, I'm paying for ours now.
No, I'm not gonna stick you for anything. It'll be fine.
Give me your wallet.
Yeah. Okay. Here.
Yeah, it was
hang
in the
on.
car. wasn't it?
Hang on. I got. Would you mind getting my breakfast? I'll pay you back.
Well, they have a help wanted sign. I think they need a dishwasher.
And I hand you a little silver coin, and I'm like, I'm not sure if this is technically the legal currency these days, but it should cover anything that Wayne here gets.
What kind of silver coin is it?
Look, that's a
legal.
very good question. Let's call it a drachmy from ancient Greece.
Gotcha.
Definitely.
Gotcha. He looks at it. I don't think I can spend this here.
I just take it from him, put it in my pocket, and you're not even qualified to look at that, okay? And
So that's a yes?
I'll pay for your breakfast.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Is this the help that you needed? You needed me to pay for your meal, or is there really vampires here?
No, there's really vampires here.
Okay.
Have you seen them?
I did. I managed to take like 2 of them down, but there were too many of them, and so I had to run away.
How are you not overrun?
Well, okay, so that part about me not breaking the car wasn't quite the truth. I mean, technically it was them running into the car that was heading towards them that stopped them and broke the car. I just put it in motion.
So you gained points when you struck them with your vehicle?
I did get points.
How many points did you get?
So last time...
That's classified. You can't tell anybody that. You
Oh,
remember the
I
rules?
should- Oh, you don't have your
No.
license yet.
No, I am a learner, I believe is what it is referred to as.
Yeah,
As
I
am
can't
learning about
tell
it.
you how many points it's worth then.
I love how this nonsense joke has apparently become a law in the world.
Right.
Okay.
That's how most laws get made, I hear.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You are not wrong about that.
You should have been playing our Forgotten Realms game where the Gnomish Civil War apparently happened.
Yes, the Gnomish Civil War, and what was Sergeant Steve? Sergeant Steve? No, it was.
Which was what, a frog?
It's a frog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, man.
hilarious. I want to play now.
All
We're
right,
gonna
so
play a campaign in the. Yeah, you're going. Sorry.
he finishes up eating. Oh. So we should probably go hit him during the day, don't you think?
That's generally advisable.
Well, I'm ready when you
Unless
are.
have my friends with us. Both
Well,
of them.
let us go.
Let's do it.
Okay. Do you need to get your stuff?
And I pull out a giant sword from apparently nowhere. I'm like, no,
I was
I'm fine.
travel.
John's
Pull
just.
out-
John, are you just wearing your flamethrower?
No, I put it under the table. It's in a black, nondescript, like
Gotcha.
canvas bag.
Yeah, the duffel bag. Nobody
Yeah.
ever questions that.
Yeah,
Right.
never.
Completely
Especially in the
legit.
middle of nowhere,
Especially not in this diner.
right?
All right, so,
my knife and my gun are concealed, but my flamethrower, it's on a little one of those luggage dollies. I just pull it behind me.
okay. So as you want to leave the diner and you're pulling your dolly behind you, are you just gonna head towards where he says the nest is?
I mean, I haven't got any other choice. I don't really want to steal another car or blow another one up.
It was
If
your
there's a
time.
There has to be a Walmart here. We could go buy a bike or something.
Why does there have to be a Walmart here?
Because it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's the only store in a place like this.
Gotcha.
So
Quick story about Walmart and like just random places. So down in Puerto Vallarta, like all of the big cruise ships come in, and you have just this like beautiful scenery. But as they pull into the port, there's just a fucking Walmart right there. It's like,
nice.
anyway,
I mean, you gotta make the tourists comfortable, right?
Right.
Like, that's
Right, you
just
gotta
how
make
it
them feel
works.
like they're at home.
Of course, and Walmart is home for so many people. It's a very comforting sight.
so of course there's a Walmart here.
Then you go to the Senior Frogs next door for an authentic experience.
Authentic experience. So what do you need from the Walmart?
Well, I mean, like, how far is this? Should we buy bikes to pedal our ass out to the place, or is there like, is there any other way other than walking, Wayne, that we can get out there?
I mean, do you don't have your car?
No, we took other mode of transportation.
Well, can you other mode us there?
I kind of look over at Catman.
Uh,
I don't know if we want to risk it. Last time it happened, some guy's car blew up.
I mean, I do have wings. Probably like 500 of them.
That
But
would be
from what I
amazing.
understand of the description of this ability, I think it says you can go instantly to anywhere you visited before,
Oh,
to a person you know well. But it doesn't say I can't fly.
I
These
don't
wings.
know that I want to
Not
go to
sure.
the Devil's Tower that you know.
You probably do
Right.
not want to go to the Devil's Tower that I have been to. That would be. You would probably not survive. You probably not survive.
I almost didn't
Very
survive the
long.
trip to Wyoming.
Yeah, so
God.
walking's probably going to be our best bet.
Ah, fine. You're dragging the flamethrower.
Cool.
Speaking of, where's your gear?
Is it in the car?
All right. You just drag mine. You're not qualified to put it on, okay?
Okay.
I got the key to the bag in my pocket.
All right, so he leads you down the highway, and you walk for about an hour, and then he like veers off and starts going off cross country. As you're walking through this kind of scrubland, you see what looks like a shack in the distance.
Oh, it's an Amazon warehouse. Great.
Oh, I know that guy. Didn't he play for a sports team at one point? Um,
Then he was in a documentary with Bugs Bunny where they
oh yeah,
played.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Definitely a documentary.
yeah, filmed it in real time.
Real time.
Wasn't there a yes?
He's a hero. He is a hero.
And as you get closer, you realize it's probably like some kind of mining shack, and there's like a hole in the ground. My brain
Okay.
just turned off. There's like a raised area that has been mined out, and you can see there's several signs that say "keep out," "dangerous," etc., etc. And it definitely looks like this has been abandoned for some time. But there are like the boards they put across; those have been ripped down and they're like broken, and there's pieces kind of laying everywhere. And you do notice tracks that are fairly. Why is Shaq mining? I mean, what else is Shaq gonna do?
I mean,
You're retired,
that's
right?
That's what a shack does.
uh, and
I mean, he definitely has the build for very short tunnels.
Mhm, mhm.
100%.
and Garth points, not Garth, Wayne, the other one from that movie. Wayne points at the hole, and he's like, "They're down there."
So Wayne, I need you to lead the way. You obviously know how to get to them, and well, I mean, we need some fodder for any kind of trouble that might come out of nowhere, just in case.
Right, right. Can I borrow a weapon?
No.
I look around. Is there anything in that shack? Like anything broken or like an old like poker for the stove or something?
There's like a bunch of broken bottles and stuff in there. There's some or like unbroken bottles. It's obviously like a place where people have come to like hang out and drink.
Okay. So I pick up a couple of the bottles and I hand them to him. I say, "Break in case of an emergency,
Okay.
but don't break them. Don't break them until then." And then I put my flamethrower on.
Okay. Ella, what are you doing?
I am, I still have my sword in my hand. I've been carrying it the entire time while we've been walking down the street. I walked out of the diner with it. Nobody gave me a second look. Like I said earlier, Wyoming is an open carry state, and that apparently applies to broadswords. So,
Apparently.
yeah,
I mean-
yeah,
It's over the minimum length, so
yeah, of course. Definitely how that works.
And Arachiel, what are you doing?
Well, I guess if we're arming ourselves as we should be, because we're about to go smite some vampires, I will have an enormous thunderhammer readied. That also appears to be kind of in and out of dimensions.
Okay.
Thunder
Shining
Hammer.
with radiant holy light.
I think-
Thunderhammer.
I think I saw that on one of Wayne's internet tabs.
Were you admiring the Thunderhammer?
No, I
on
was trying
the
to
internet?
close. I was trying to close all the tabs.
So everyone gets geared up and follows Wayne down into the mine. As you head down into there, you definitely see signs of occupation, and vampires have like a distinct smell that they kind of like build up in their lair over time, and it's pretty obvious.
So they run diners too.
Right, right. There's definitely a greasy, almost like a hobo smell left over from probably their dinners. And as you head in, there's not much light in here.
Okay.
My ice glow, does that help?
That helps. That helps you for a couple of feet. Yeah.
I once again use magic to enchant my weapon,
Okay.
or just to make it kind of like shine. like Sting from Lord of the Rings.
It's
what
kind of
have
like
you.
a soft glow and not like a brilliant.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, are these abilities you have, or can anybody?
Anybody can use any. This is a basic move.
Okay.
So use magic so long as you have the weird in order to use it. You can
Okay.
use. Um,
Oh,
Same with like manipulate someone, protect, this, that, and the other thing.
Right,
It was
right.
linked
Okay.
in the Discord. So
Yeah, you still
Um,
have to roll for it, right?
yeah. So that would be a 5 plus. So that's an 8, which is mixed.
Okay.
And I think the effect is weakened. So like rather than a brilliant light, it is kind of like a soft glow where like kind of sputters in and out on occasion.
Okay. Sounds good.
doing magic, then I'm going to bring the light of the sun with it.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck those vampires.
I will have it imbued in the head of my hammer.
Oh man, if your roll goes wrong,
Well,
we're
yeah,
totally
right.
screwed.
We're all just roasted.
I mean, you are. I'm immortal, so I'll be perfectly fine.
Right.
Let's see here.
John, out of curiosity, did you, John, not character John, did you move your mic? You got quieter for some reason.
No, it's still here. I can put it closer. Is that better?
Wow, that's better. Thanks.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a lot of John, man.
Right?
That's
there.
a whole lot of John. All right, so that's 8 plus 1 is 9. What does 9 do?
9 will
Mostly get it.
succeed. Oh, crap.
Yeah. It's to see it at a cost kind of
There we go.
concept.
Okay. I borked the video for a moment there, but it's okay now.
Bork.
So it works, but there's an issue right there.
I'm sorry. What was that?
So it works because you got an 8, but there's an issue, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's 8
so
plus,
there
8 plus 1 is a 9.
Yeah. So on a 7 and 9, there is. It works imperfectly. Choose your effect and a glitch. The keeper will decide what effect the glitch has, and I will do the thing and open up Discord and send you a list of the glitches here.
Glitches. So do I pick a glitch or they pick a glitch? Or,
It would be. Let me double check. The keeper will decide what effect the glitch has, but you choose the thing that you want to do and then a glitch.
Yeah, the game is set up so
like-
you always screw yourself.
Okay. Let's see here. Well, I mean, I'm drawn to immediate unwelcome attention purely because of the light of the sun. But I think a problematic side effect is way more fun. What do you guys think?
I think the unwelcome attention would definitely be interesting, if nothing else.
It makes
Um,
sense. We're in a vampire den.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The light of the sun on a hammer probably would draw immediate unwelcome attention.
Yes.
Okay.
I would definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
So
go with that.
as you
Now
like,
it's just a matter of who gets whose attention we bring.
Yeah,
in.
That's true. That's true.
Let's spin this as it's not really a problem. It's just helping us find them faster.
That's true.
so as you light this up, there's this like glaring light that shines forth. It almost like seems to hum as there's like beaming through the tunnel before you.
I'll let us squeak out. Like, oh my god.
And as
right.
you squeak, there's like several squeaks in response, and like a whole bunch of rats begin like moving across the floor and running away from you.
You cut out quite a bit there.
Nope, it wasn't me. It was you.
Was it? Okay. I'll accept this.
Is that how that works?
So
Okay.
there's a
you
bunch of
gaslighting me,
rats,
it's whatever.
right? There's a bunch of rats that have like been scurrying away from the light of the sun that Orakiel is carrying with them. Did that work? Did everyone hear that one okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks for not gaslighting me in response. I appreciate that. No, I still can't hear you. What?
I'm sorry, what was that? I didn't.
Okay, so what do you do?
Well, I mean, I guess get our bearings. Like now that we can see, are there like signs like welcome vampires, to the 483 reunion?
Yeah,
Are
you
there-
don't see any reunion signs. There's no like free
I
blood
light
here with an arrow. There's nothing in
My
like that.
flamethrower is ready to shoot. I get it ready.
Okay. So John ignites the little like pilot torch that's on the end there. Pilot light. Anything else?
Yeah, in one hand I'm holding my glowing sword, and in the other, my hand itself starts to glow, which is just in preparation for when I have to use one of my special abilities
'Kay.
that comes with my playbook.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Okay. So Garth kind of looks Wayne. Now I'm gonna call him Garth this entire time. Wayne,
Maybe he's Wayne Garth.
right? Wayne like kind of eyes you all nervously, and he looks at his bottle, and he starts heading down the tunnel, and then he's like, "I see something. There it is. He's running!"
What?
And he starts running after something.
Oh my god.
He's got his bottle held up, and then he disappears.
Right, I guess I'll run after him.
I walk slowly behind everybody else.
Okay.
I never run into the dark though. I'm always at the edge of the light. So if
Okay.
the light stops, I stop.
Yeah, I'll charge behind him, like directly behind him, just so that the sun is with us.
Okay.
The light is with us.
So John and Arakiel like scoot off fairly quickly, and Ella is just kind of strolling behind.
I'm staying close enough that like I'm not being left behind, but
Gotcha.
I'm not hurrying by any means.
Okay. So every so often you realize you have to like kind of hurry up a little bit, and then you catch up with them, and you're like, are we done yet? Are you gonna keep running like this?
I mean, like the running, it's not that fun for me. I don't.
I hate
enjoy
running
this.
too, so I totally understand.
Yep.
John. Ahead, you see, like, every so often you catch glimpses of Garth. God damn it. Wayne. You see Wayne.
Stop giving away the twist ending. We understand that Wayne is actually his twin brother Garth.
Right.
Yeah, that's just how this is.
It was me, Garth, all along. Ha ha ha!
just make the reveal at this point.
Damn you. You found me out. So you catch him every so often, and maybe there's somebody running in front of him. You can't really see. What do you do?
What do I do? I mean, I just keep following.
Okay.
As
So
long as the light is with me.
all of a sudden, the right side of this tunnel kind of opens up but drops away, and there's like some switchbacks that go down deeper.
Oh, shit.
And you see Wayne up ahead of you, like running to the end of the switchback and starting to come back around. But yeah, you do glimpse a person further down, like they jumped and are like jumping down these switchbacks.
So obviously, we throw Wayne down the tunnel in order to catch up with everybody really quick. No, does anybody else do that? I think we should move a little bit faster. I say, being the only one moving slowly.
Let's see here, can I find a way to speed us up? Can we do that with magic?
I mean, it would be something that's beyond human limitation.
Can I port us? I mean, I can't do that with my angelness, but can I try and use magic to port us ahead of it? Or is that big magic?
Yeah,
feel like
I
that's-
personally, that's up to you. But
I would say
like,
that's probably big magic.
Be big magic, yeah. Okay. Can I give us flight? So we can just bypass the switchbacks?
I don't feel like you could give yourself flight with it, but you might be able to slow your fall.
Let's try that. Let's just do a quick descent and try and slow our fall.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a magic.
Roll a magic. D6. D6. That's an 8 plus 1 is 9.
Okay.
and then in order to help you out a little bit, I will touch your shoulder and give you a little bit of energy, and do the help out action, which is a cool roll. And so long as I succeed, which I don't.
Oh no.
So hold on. That's a 3 plus 2. It's a 5.
Okay.
So that's a failure, and I gain an experience point, and you get a hard
Hey.
move.
And he gets a what?
You, the GM,
Oh.
get a hard move to use
Gotcha.
against me at some other point.
At some
along
other
the
point,
line.
yeah.
Cool.
But there's no detriment to his roll during this point, correct?
No
Okay.
detriment, so long as no, there's no detriment.
Okay. So Arakiel grabs you both, leans forward and jumps off the edge. Before you, this like kind of sled-looking thing appears, and you land on it, and it goes like streaming down the switchbacks much faster than you could have run. However, near the bottom, it just disappears, and you all like hit the ground and take a tumble and eat shit. As you land, you're not you don't take any harm from it. I mean, maybe like your pride, but like you don't take any physical damage. Is there like a blinded condition? Like, is there like, something that makes it harder to see?
I mean, I personally would say that you can use like that hard move that you used, that you have, to be like, it's difficult to see or what have you, like make something happen in the fiction. But I
So
don't
essentially,
think
like
there's any actual.
your landing has like kicked up dirt, and so it's difficult to see right now. But it'll probably, like the dust will settle, obviously. But you're at the bottom.
Did we? And we saw them run further down into a specific
Yeah. So
tunnel?
whatever that figure is, just like jumped off and like was jumping down the switchbacks rather than running. Garth ends up catching up with you, as opposed to like you would have passed him.
You mean Wayne?
Yep. Let's just fucking call him Garth now, because that's
Okay.
Garth or Wayne is the same person. In fact, that's his middle name, Wayne Garth.
Yep. It's true. Wayne Garth
I
World.
accept this.
Yeah, senior.
Oh God. Wait, you mean he has kids?
He's the third, actually.
Okay.
Wayne Garth the third.
Right.
All right. So what do you do?
Pursue. I mean, as safely as we can, because it's a bit dusty here. Perhaps grab Wayne Garth the third.
Yeah.
To drag him with me, as he is not going at a sufficient pace.
Okay.
I understand that he is afraid. I understand that he failed last time that he was here, but he shall not fail now.
Okay. The rest of
It
you
is his time.
following as well.
Yeah, don't be afraid, Wayne. We'll get through this. Oh, sorry, Arakiel, for stealing your line. And then I follow behind everybody else.
You are learning.
Goodness.
You are one step closer to integrating with all that is and all that will be.
Oh, I don't know if I need that responsibility. Anyway, let's hunt some vampires. That sounds like it would be much more fun than being integrated into anything.
It is your destiny. Do not resist.
So as
Is
you're
it
having this
futile?
conversation and like continuing on, you come to a split. It's a three-way split, or rather, there's three paths that you can take. But one of them, your light from the thunder hammer, you see the end of it pretty close. Like it looks like it was a mining shaft that didn't go anywhere. Like they just stopped that direction. There's several rotted posts that are holding the end up, but there's not. You can tell it ends, and the other two like go off into the darkness beyond your light.
Cast magic missile into the darkness.
You hit it.
Um,
It screams.
Did we say which way the figure went?
You did not.
Do we split the party? Wayne Garth III, go that way. We'll go this way.
I can't see in the dark.
I'll go with you. It's fine, Wayne. We'll be all right.
How did you see in the dark last time?
I had a flashlight last time,
I see.
and I didn't go this far down.
Where did you encounter what chased you?
Up on top.
Like you didn't even go in the hole?
Not this far.
Wait, are you saying that you visited them at night?
No, this was yesterday.
Okay. But they were up in the sun.
No,
Or
they were up higher.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood you. You're not being
Okay,
very
me too.
clear, Wayne Garth III. I'm sorry.
Where's your Garth mobile?
It's gone.
I know, like they ate it, or you ran it into a tree,
No, I ran it into them.
and the car
Down.
disappeared.
In the
In the
shadow.
tunnel?
I don't know what. No, when they were chasing me out.
In the sun.
No, because by that time it was dark.
Oh, okay. This is all making perfect sense. I appreciate the clarification, Wayne.
And so, your car's physical location is where?
I don't know where it is now.
They're out driving it around. Okay. Wayne, I seriously have to question how you've gotten this far in monster hunting.
I'm gonna grab Wayne by the head.
What are you
Look him
doing?
I'm gonna look him in the eyes.
Uh-oh.
And I'm gonna observe another place or time through his eyes. What actually happened yesterday? I'm gonna get him. I want to see him down here.
Okay.
Just a quick 10-second boomerang type of clip. See if I can get a. Something sounds strange. This sounds strange.
Okay. Go ahead and make your roll.
Okay, hold on. Let me clear this. There we go. And 1. That's a 3 and a 4 is a 7 plus 1 is 8.
And what are your effects if you don't, when you make your success but don't quite make it?
Glitches are weakened, short duration, take 1 harm, immediate unwelcome attention, or a problematic side effect.
Okay. All right, so you want to look in, like, essentially you're specifically looking into his memory to see what happened yesterday, but only for 10 seconds?
Well, I mean, I don't know, like, what kind of, like, amount of time I'd be able to actually pull from him.
Gotcha.
Like, just kind of miss this moment. I'm not doing, like, a full download. I'm just trying to go through his sight to see what he saw when he was down here. I'm not as interested in like how he got points with his driving license, because that's a secret and I'm not supposed to know. So I'm just gonna look at while he was down here in the shaft. I don't want to break the rules for when he left the shaft, because that would be cheating on my driving license, and I don't want to do that.
I appreciate your honesty. Thank you for sticking with this.
It's the law. It's clearly the law. This is what you guys have been telling me. It's how it's done.
Yes, 1,000% yes.
So Morgan, is there like a duration limit to how this goes, or how does one?
So like, if you want to view somebody's memory, I personally wouldn't. Sorry, phone call. Never mind. But no, I personally wouldn't say that there's a duration. But one of the glitches could be a short effect or what
Gotcha.
have you. So like, it cuts off in the middle of something important. I don't know, but
Okay. So you want to look at yesterday, and so you open your mind and like invite Wayne Garth III's memory into yours. And like, for those of you watching, there's like this weird like kind of like melding of their faces, and there's like some cattails that stick out and like little ears that twitch around, and you definitely hear Wayne Garth III. He's all like, "Oh, that's weird." Arachio. So you see Wayne Garth III driving his car through the like kind of scrubland that is Wyoming, and it's daytime. You see Devil's Tower nearby as he glances over
Okay.
at it. Up ahead, where the vehicle's heading, you see what looks like a small conglomeration of buildings, but they're like very worn down looking. They're not. You don't see any vehicles, you don't see any people as he pulls in, and he's like looking around, and he finally stops the car and he gets out and he walks to the back and pops his trunk and he pulls out like some stakes and stuff, as one does when they're hunting vampires, and he has some like little vials of holy water and stuff, and he shuts the car and he starts going like building to building looking for any signs. He's like looking around, and finally he finds one that has like some kind of like trapdoor hatch in the bottom. Looks like it was like a diner at one time, and the hatch opens up into a storeroom that's underneath it. And he turns on his flashlight and he heads down into it, and he shines his light on the ground, and there's like definitely a disturbance in the dust, but it doesn't look like footprints. It's like dragging or something like that, like something was drugged through the dust, as opposed to there being separate steps. And then as he's shining his light around, he's kind of looking around this area. His vision like shudders, like something hits him from the side. Excuse me. And he drops the flashlight and he goes spinning off and like lands and is just like twirling. And you see like out of the corner of his vision, because he's like trying to look back at what has him, there's like some kind of gray mass. And then like bits of blood like seep into his eyes. And that's where it ends.
This is
And-
not where you descended into the earth.
And as you stop,
Wayne Garth.
and Garth Wayne, the 17th, pulls back and looks at you. He just smiles. He says, "Oh, right." And his head like flips to the side and like kind of separates on like a tentacle thing and kind of goes off over here. And several other tentacle things sprout out of his body, and they have like these little like stabby talons on them. What do you do, Arakiel?
I smite him. That looks like something that must be smoked.
I don't know about smiting, but I am definitely smitten. He's so fucking cute.
Yeah, let's see, here's some smiting.
Wayne
Smite.
Garth. Wayne Garth, what did you do?
Let's see here. My body and divine weapon always count as a weakness against monsters you fight. Okay. I don't think I'm wielding the hammer at the moment, so I'm going to have to use my unarmed attack. I think, right? Or can I hit him with my hammer?
Why couldn't you hit it with your hammer?
Well, because I had his head in my hand.
Oh, I see what
so-
you mean. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
So it's
it's-
a two harm intimate hand messy. What does that mean?
So intimate is a range increment, and then two hand, obvious, and then messy, basically a descriptor of the type of damage. So like, you hit them, it goes splat,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And then there should be like a harm.
Two harm.
Yeah. Okay. Then yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
an intimate is essentially like being engaged in D&D.
Yeah. So like I would. So like I believe the range increments are. I have it written down here somewhere. So intimate is very close. Hand is like at hand, like within like distance, and then close is like the furthest away. So intimate, I would say personally that he's within range of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
All right,
or
Arakiel. So if you'd like to do that, roll it.
Smite. So that would be tough. Right.
kick some ass, which would be a tough roll. Yeah.
Tough. And then see here.
I feel like you have to say, "I'm gonna kick some ass."
See, count as a weakness against the monsters you fight. Does that mean that he's weak to this?
What does the entire move say?
It says your body and divine weapon always count as a weakness against the monsters you fight.
Yeah, so generally speaking, part of the Monster of the Week system is that you uncover some kind of mystery to discover what the monster is weak to. So, like, this would bypass any sort of natural harm reduction that
I
it
see.
would have. Yeah.
Smite. I'm gonna roll toughness +2. Look at these guys, and we roll a 3 and a 6 is 9 +2 is 11.
Nice.
Bam! 2 harm. Holy, or it's like messy. Messy.
And then on a 10 plus, you choose one extra effect for kick some ass. So you gain the advantage and take one forward, or you give one forward to another hunter, which is basically a +1 bonus. You suffer one less harm, which in combat you always take at least one harm. It's like a tit for tat kind of thing, or
Sweet.
you force them where you want them. So you get one of those. Inflict terrible harm is also an option. That's +1
I am
damage.
going with inflict terrible harm. I'm smiting. This is a smite.
Okay. So you're gonna
Holy
do
hand.
3 harm to it,
Yeah. 3 harm. Messy.
and it's because you're doing weak to it, then it overrides any harm reduction. Correct.
Yep.
So as you smoosh into it with your hammer,
This is my hand. My
So
hammer
your
would
hand.
do more. I think my hammer would do more. I think.
you like punch it, and a large glob of it falls off, and it's like hissing and burning, and several of those tentacles strike towards you and like pierce your body. And it's, obviously you are, a fourth dimensional being, so it's very strange, but you do get hit by them because I don't have to roll it, right? Okay.
No.
Just making sure. And you are going to take 3 harm.
Okay. My holy armor will reduce that by 1.
Okay.
So 1 armor holy. So.
And there's like this weird sensation in your mind where something all of a sudden disappears. You're not really sure what it was, but you definitely feel like something disappears from your mind. And I feel like, you guys decide who goes next.
So as soon as that happens, I had already had my hand glowing with magical force. So what I'm going to do is roll kick some ass in order to blast it with a beam of magical energy. And that is a 6 plus, what is my tough? That is +1. So, no. Oh, that's just a 6. So on a 7 to 9, I make success on 7 plus. Yeah, I just miss outright. And then you get a
Is this on use
a
magic?
hard move. No, this is on my basic move, which is kick some ass. And
gotcha.
It's a special thing that comes with my playbook. So, long story short, I miss. I try to hit it with a blast of magical force, and it just goes right over its shoulder, and from a distance, from a range, and you get another hard move against me, which I think at this point is 3 of those.
Damn.
So
Well, I used
fun.
one. I used one earlier.
Okay, so 2,
Yeah,
which is much better. Yeah.
And John, what do you do?
Well, is the angel engaged with it in terms of like physically touching it or nearby?
It is true. The angel is.
Okay. You know what?
Fire it up. Fire it up.
You know what? He is divine. So I'm going to. Well. I'm going to use my flamethrower.
Okay.
So what do I need to roll?
So you're gonna kick some ass with the flamethrower, right? Or is that a separate?
I have no idea. That's
If it's one of your weapons that you chose for your playbook, any type of fighting move is
kick some
ass, which is a tough. Yeah.
Okay, so whether it's shooting a gun or throwing a fist.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Then I will kick some ass with a 0 tough. I say a small prayer to an almost biblical God, and roll my dice. I got a 10,
Nice.
and it does 3 harm.
Okay. Are you are you just firing off with the angel in the way? Or are you trying
I moved myself so I have a direct line. I mean, it's a line of fire, right? It's not
Gotcha.
like
So you're kind of off to
parchment
this.
stuff.
I didn't know if you were like intentionally
It's
just
not
like
a circle. It's just like a,
right.
you know.
Okay. 3 damage.
But it is, napalm, so I can't exactly control where it goes.
Oh, I'm sure the angel, they're totally fine, right? Like fire.
I mean, steers into the sun. What's napalm going to do to this cat?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So the fire hits it, and Wayne Garth III's mouth begins screeching. He's like, "Stop that! Don't burn me!"
Okay. Maybe we shouldn't burn him.
And
Should have paid me my money.
out of the darkness, another figure comes rushing out and is gonna try and like jam a board, like a loose board, through it.
Through what?
The thing in front of you.
Okay.
I didn't realize I'd have to have dice for this. Hey, somebody roll me 2d6.
5.
5.
That's what I got here.
Fortunately, the person misses, and as they like go careening by and kind of catch fire from the like bits of flame that are on, you
on
realize that is a totally a vampire, and it's trying to attack the thing that is attacking you.
Does it look like Garth?
It does not.
Okay, good.
All right, who wants to go next?
I mean, I'm gonna try again to get this thing. Did it look like the fire did any extra damage to it, or was it just kind of?
It definitely seemed harmed by that fire.
Nice.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is enchant my weapon really quick, or like alter the enchantment so that rather than the light that it had been producing, it also produces like a little bit of fire alongside it, and try and slash at it really quick.
Okay.
Which, just so you know, since it was already enchanted, it has the same effect. But like, which would be the +1 harm. But let's see here.
So as you do this, like several of the tentacles begin to whip in your direction. You're gonna have -1 forward
Okay.
on this attack.
So that would be tough, which would be 3 + 5, which would be 8, which would bring it down to 7. So that is a mixed success, which means you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm in the other. The amount of harm is based on the established dangers in the game. So I will inflict 3 harm on it.
Okay.
And whatever the amount of harm that tell me I will take.
So you were gonna take 3 harm.
So knock that down to 2 with my immortal.
And there's something in your mind that just disappears. Again, it's like obvious, but you can't remember what it was.
Interesting. And that is all I can do at this point.
Okay. Another head grows out of its body, and it looks like also a vampire. This one has dark hair, this kind of like dark brown eyes, and it turns and looks at the vampire that's on fire, and it's just like, Tony, my man, come on, man, help me out here, get these guys off my back, come on, Tony, you know me. Who goes next?
Just so I know what's going on here. So there's a vampire who's also joined the fray, but then he's grown up. The Wayne Garth III has grown a second head that's also a vampire.
Yeah, you're right on board.
But the vampire who is behind Wayne Garth III, the newcomer vampire who tried to hit him from behind, hasn't said anything to us at all, right?
No, it yelled and tried to stab this thing with a board, missed, and set itself on fire because it ran through John's fire.
Okay, all right, that's how it settled. Okay, I was trying to piece that part together. All right, cool. I mean, 2 for 1. I'm gonna step back and grab my hammer, so that John might continue to unload his fire upon this creature with parentheses with an S in there. Creatures. I'm going to actually imbue his fire with divinity. I'm going to make it magic fire. So I'm just going to, with my hammer extended, stick it into the line of fire so that it might spray out and become holy.
Okay.
Man, I feel like Harry Dresden.
Roll it.
now.
Yeah! Let's see here. 5 and a 6 is an 11, plus 1 is 12.
Nice.
Wow, good.
And with that, I will. You can do what? This bit. So I'll go back through the rules here real quick to make sure I've got this right.
So,
You get an added benefit.
So if I give him a forward, that gives him
plus 1
or-
bonus.
plus 1 bonus to his damage.
Yeah. To anything, I believe, but I typically use it for rolls. So.
I mean, it says the keeper will offer you some added benefit.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is your intention to also spray the vampire with fire?
Yes.
Okay,
We're here to
that'll
fight
be your-
vampires.
That'll be your. So as you stick your hammer into it, it like spreads so much that it's going to hit both the vampire and the thing.
And I want to make it. I want to make it holy. Like add holy, the holy descriptor to the damage. So holy fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
What damage is your
The hammer.
flamethrower?
A 3.
Thank you. The vampire begins screaming more. And that brings us to...
I misunderstood. I thought you were saying the vampires start screaming more as if they wanted more of the thing.
Yes! Yes! Burn me! Burn me! You know I like it. John, what do you do?
John.
And by John, I mean Bryan.
Double down. I'm going to use my precise flame as I've been watching this thing, my precise strike. So when you inflict harm on a monster, hopefully that qualifies as a monster. Because if it doesn't, I don't know if I want to play this game. It's too scary. Let's see. I can aim for a weak spot. I roll tough on a 10 plus. I get plus 2 harm.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just all like, ah! Well. Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a happy.
So I leave myself open to the monster. I rolled a 5.
Can I use a point of luck?
Yeah, I mean, you have 12
Three
luck
luck.
points. You can turn that to a 12 automatically. So.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'll put
And
all
then-
those points out.
So the thing with luck is that in your playbook it says when you spend a luck point, something will happen, but it's different for everybody. So I would take a quick look at that.
Let's see. Mark luck to change a roll to 12 or avoid all harm. Okay. So I just need to do 1.
Yeah, and then like there's like a for me it says like monstrous special underneath that where it's like
Okay,
if I spend
yeah.
a point of luck,
Yeah, okay, cool. I have expert special. It says when you spend a point of luck, you discover something happening now is related to something you were involved in years ago. So I'm gonna spend a point of luck. That is now at 12. So I'm adding plus 2 harm
Okay.
to my plus 3 harm, or to my 3 harm of my flamethrower. So I'm doing 5 harm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as the fire like wraps up around Wayne Garth the Third's head, he's just like, John, man, oh, why you gotta be like this? Oh, and then his head melts and falls off.
Were you always like this? Were you ever real?
Let's see. So the vampire is on fire. You know what? He decides to cut and run. He runs back off the way he came from.
Is he muttering, I tried to help you, asshole.
Right? He's like rolling on the wall to like put himself out. You see him further down. There's still like a bit of fire on him. I think everyone went right on the second go around because you went first, and then Rakiel did the Okay, so who wants to go?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna go next.
Obviously,
I have to go first.
right?
Obviously, that's just how it works. So I don't have any moves that'll allow me to do anything particularly special, but I do have the enchanted sword, so
Okay.
I'm gonna swing for the fences. That's a 7 total.
Okay.
But I don't know when I'm gonna use the luck again, so why not? That's a 12. Which means that I will do terrible harm, so that becomes 4 damage total. And when I spend a point of luck, my monstrous side gains power, my curse may become stronger, or another breed disadvantage may manifest. So my joy-seeking behaviors suddenly become so much more prevalent.
You're just like, yes! Yes!
I mean, I'm suddenly very into fire.
Right.
Who'd have thought?
So now, in order to use a harm move, you have to take harm, right?
Only if you get a below a 10. So 7 plus, the amount of harm is based on you take harm, you inflict harm on each other, and then actually, so like total, it would be, yes, you are right.
Okay, so because you are not taking harm, I can't use one of those harm moves that I have against you, correct?
If I decide to take that move, or that bonus on like a 10 plus, that would be the case. But since I chose to inflict terrible harm, I can still take harm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot to remember.
I mean, it basically anything that you don't choose is possible to happen in that. But I will remember. So I take 1 harm, or 3 harm rather, from you.
So instead of 3 harm and the thing that happens where you forget something, as you're slashing it, you notice that the fire is kind of like eaten into this thing, and it's kind of swelling as it's like slumping off to the side, and you just cut into it, and the fire rapidly burns into it, and the gases within it explode, and chunks of this stuff go everywhere. And so you get this, it's kind of like when the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man explodes, but it's on fire and it lands on you, and so you're going to take 3 damage from that.
I'm going to take what now?
3.
Okay.
Harm.
So okay.
From
So
that.
that's down to 2.
Yeah.
And when that happens, I start screaming more. I love fire now. This is so fun.
Yay!
No, let's not go there. Never mind.
So it has exploded. What are the other John and Arakiel? What are you doing?
Pursuing the vampire.
Okay, so you jump over this flaming remnants of this thing's corpse and run off into the darkness. Your
hammer in hand,
blazing.
Yep.
And John, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the multi-headed Wayne is down. I'm gonna go after the angel, I guess.
You're gonna go after the angel, or are you gonna follow after the angel? You're just like, I'm sick of you.
Yeah, no, I'll chase after him.
Okay. for expediency's sake, and the fact that at this point he has essentially 1 hit point left, you manage to smite the remnants of the vampire. Smoosh.
Nice.
What is Ella doing while they run off?
Would it be too much to say I'm playing in the fire? I mean, like,
like in the fire, or like
with, let's say rather than in, let's say with.
With? Okay, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
just-
in goes
Tossing
beyond
around
the
with
joyous
my
side.
Napalm,
Right? What's a little napalm in the morning?
It's good for your pores.
Just having
I mean-
a Burning Man moment.
Literally.
Burning woman, but still,
Burning woman,
you know.
right? Is there such a thing as a perception check?
Sure. Investigate a mystery or read a bad situation.
I'm gonna have you make a sharp check.
Me?
Yes.
So that would be read a bad situation, roll sharp. That would be 4 plus sharp, which would be 0. So that's an 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
So while Waingarth's head had melted and fallen off, and then the body exploded, you noticed that that vampire head that had grown out of it is like laying over on its side, kind of like down the tunnel further.
Mm.
And then like some legs grow out of it and it stands up. It looks around and begins to like scuttle off into the darkness.
Well, I mean, obviously, I need to pursue that thing. You can't leave a vampire with little legs running around. He'll get into
Right.
trouble.
Okay, so you run after it. What are you gonna do when you catch it? It is definitely slower than you, so
Oh, I'm going to pull out my bag, put it in there, and keep it as a pet.
as one does.
As one does. Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like there's going to be tons of pranks that I can pull using this thing. Nobody will ever be hurt.
So you like slip it in the bag. It's like, hey, what are you doing? I don't know you. I don't know you. And you push it into the bag.
Oh, it's okay, little guy. We'll get to know each other very well. And I hand it a little treat of blood, apparently, because it's a vampire.
You got more where that came from?
Later. Please, no time. Okay.
Do you inform the others that you have captured this head?
What would be the fun in that?
Exactly. Okay, I just want to make sure. All right, so after smiting and ending the vampire, what do John and Arakiel do?
Well, we gotta find its nest. Where did this thing come from? Where was it harboring itself?
Yeah, not too much further down the way it was running to. You do find an area that looks lived in by several vampires, but there are no other bodies.
So there's evidence that there were more than one.
Yeah.
Huh.
Did they have a work schedule, like a sleep schedule, or like a
Yeah, there's there's a calendar up on the wall that's like
timeshare?
It's a cat calendar, and
Yeah.
like it's open to this month, and there's like these little like cute kittens on there. They're playing with a ball of yarn, and there's like definitely like days marked off where Tony's gonna go up today and gonna hit somebody down at the loaf and jug tonight. I shouldn't say today. I should say tonight.
Well, then there's definitely more of them. We should locate them.
And I would like to meet up with the others.
Okay.
Kind of. You'll notice that my bag that I had is slightly fuller than it was before. But I'm not going to say anything. Obviously, I'm like, so what did everybody find? Is there? Do we need to keep an eye out for anything, or do you think we handled the trouble here?
There are others.
Oh. Do you know how many? Do you know where they are?
There's one by the name of Tony, but that really doesn't tell us a whole lot more than
Oh.
they have good taste in names.
You do
okay.
remember the thing yelling at the vampire who was ended up on fire, calling him Tony.
Oh,
So
Oh,
you
then
you
perhaps-
probably killed Tony.
we have smoked Tony.
Yeah.
There's one less Tony in the world, but there are others.
And give me one moment while I consult with the magical scrying device in my bag, and I step away. I'm like, hey, so how many other vampires are there? I say to the vampire head in my bag.
They're dead.
Oh, all of them?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, do you mean dead or undead? Because that's...
they're part of me.
Oh, interesting. That's not creepy at all. Not even one bit.
While
And I just zip up the bag again.
Okay.
Thank you.
yeah, while Ella is scrying, what's John doing?
I'm just kind of taking it all in and lean up against a cave wall, and I'm like, was Wayne that creature the entire time I've known him? Or did he stupid ass get infected with something?
And as you express this self-exposition to yourself, you may never know. So, how does this end?
I'm going to attempt to heal everyone who has taken wounds with lay on hands.
Can you fail that?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
If I
let's
fail-
try it then. Roll it.
If I fail, my aura, my presence harms them.
Nice.
Great.
I know, right?
We
Oh,
should
let's
make
see.
that our D&D rolls.
Right?
I know, right? We have a.
I guess I should
Whoa.
say, because this is a consensual thing, so does everyone allow harm to be healed from them by the angel?
I suppose.
Okay.
I mean, I'll be okay in the grand scheme of things, but it would be nice to not have to walk back to the motel.
John, did you
covered in
even
blood.
take... You didn't even take any harm, did you? Okay, so just one roll then.
Two of us. Yeah.
Arakiel.
I'm gonna spend a luck point because that was a 4 plus. Is it 4 plus? As cool as 1, that'd be a 5. So yeah, I'll just get a 12.
Okay.
And really heal.
Yourself, and then you'll roll poorly for me, right? That's how that works.
No. You're first
Okay,
because you are my mission. You are the reason
Right.
why I'm
Nice.
here among walking mortals, is to make sure that you are protected and alive, because you have a crucial role to play in events to come. I can't have you dead or screwed in horrible ways. Let's see. Yep. So I'll heal your injuries.
Okay. Is it for a set amount, or is it just completely?
Let's see. Someone hurt. Roll. Heal 2
Okay. Awesome.
on a 10 plus. Heal 2.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Huh.
So what does everybody do? You feel like you have conquered the vampire nest with the information that Ella scried, knowing that all of the other vampires are dead. You've taken care of whatever that thing was that was Wayne Garth the 5th, 3rd, whatever.
3rd. Yep. I'll hold up my hands to take us away from this place.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we don't get lost again. I don't
Yeah.
know if we want to end up in another terrible situation like we were.
Well, in the last roll of the game, Arakiel, roll your magic.
I'm going to do it. It's going to be amazing. Prepare yourselves. That's a 4 and a 6 is a 10 plus 1 is a.
You show up back at Did you go back to the Haven?
I don't know. We probably go somewhere where they have frozen yogurt. I hear people have that when they celebrate a good job done.
Right?
Right? That's what
Little
people do.
froyo.
They have frozen yogurt.
Yeah, let's go get some froyo. That'll be fun.
That's a mortal thing, right? That's what mortals do. They have
Definitely.
frozen yogurt.
Froyo and pizza. That's what we do.
And no, it's a place that you have to have been before. So where do you go?
Oh, well, I don't know if Arakiel's ever been into a froyo. I'm just going off of what I'm sure I've been told.
Oh, there's one.
You
nearby.
accidentally teleport us into the Arctic.
Right.
Yeah, it's close enough.
There's a Yeti, there's a
Yeah.
whole thing.
It's eating
he'll do
yogurt.
that.
It's like what?
We end up
And
in
next
the
time
yogurt
on, no.
Yeah. There's a froyo
Whoops.
next to my Haven, so
Okay. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
show up
I'm on
outside the Froyo near the Haven. People start vomiting. Everyone has a good time. Yay!
we got to play.
We get to play.
Hey, you said the name of the thing in the thing.
Yay!
It's fun.
Meta.
So meta. Well,
Can
on
we, can
that
we say the
note,
word meta anymore? Since Facebook owns it.
yes, we can. Anyone have anything to say before we go off stream, as far as the game goes?
Not really. I had a blast. This
Nice.
is a lot of fun, and I kind of want to expand this into my own home game. Try
If you're
it.
interested, oh, sorry,
Go ahead.
it's on sale on Amazon right now for $16.
Oh, the book is
Fancy.
The print book, yeah.
nice.
I will have to
Which
grab
means-
that.
Which means it's probably on sale on Evil Hat's side as well.
Yeah, it's an interesting system. I like that it's not like this is your strength, this is your dex.
Yeah.
Kick ass is kick ass. I'm gonna kick ass. Doesn't matter what your strength or dex or whatever is to hit them. I liked that. Pretty versatile, very open.
I like
Yeah,
the tight
very
range.
open.
Yeah.
It promotes interesting narration.
My thing is like you fail forward, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, sure.
Where it's like, yeah, you'll take damage or harm or what have you, but you'll also get like an added benefit in the form of experience.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I was like 2 away from leveling up, which would have been fun.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
in the future this team will show back up on another monster of the week. Who
love
knows?
that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It has been foretold.
It has been foretold.
I mean, we got to continue the story at this point.
I love it. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
find
thanks
out what happened to
everybody.
Wayne Garth.
Right.
Wayne Garth III. What happened to him? Where is he?
What happened? All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for Index Card RPG. Am I saying that right? And
Yeah.
And John, I mean, yeah, Bryan down there is running that, so I'm excited to get to play that. So we'll
We get to
see.
play.
Dude.
We get to play. Bye, everyone.